off for 40 more last night as the Suns crush the Cavs 122-104 or 101. Roc, Manuch, Jimmy B, and Jax are out here at Twin Peaks in Tempe, getting you ready for the big final weekend of basketball here in our backyard. So a lot of people visiting, and it's an odd weekend for Bike Week for many people coming out here going, what's with all the motorcycles that have no clue that it's Bike Week? And I'm pretty excited. I'm ready to get my clothes, my boots, my hat, get everything ready for the weekend and get on my little scooter, my little moped. Yeah. And I think it's just funny how these guys, and you know who you are, you're listening. You got that closet of your bike gear.
I know where he's going here.
That you just put on this gear.
The wannabe.
You would, yeah, exactly. You're not really a biker. You're a weekender. It's like, back where I grew up, they called it shooby, where you go to the beach and you could tell the people that weren't from from Jersey on the beach, from out of state or somewhere, sure. So how they dressed, and it's just similar to the bikers. They all want to be a biker, but come on, yeah, but here's the deal. I think it's BS that bikers, just like in California, can just cruise in the middle of the lane when you're driving.
I'm with you 100%.
What I mean, it's scary.
Yes,
because you almost want to just budge them a little bit, they don't get hurt. But just to say, you don't need to do that. Yeah. Why do you need to cut through on a highway? I'm on the 101 coming this way, coming south from North Scottsdale, and there's bikers all over the place, and they're weaving through all the traffic. And if you just, I don't know, your phone rings or you're something on the radio, and you get distracted, you're going to clip one of these guys.
You got to be on the lookout for them. Because they're not looking out for you.
And I know they're louder, you hear them, but if your car stereo's up or you got ear pods, you can't hear them, someone's going to get killed.
Are they trying to, I know that Sturgis has their big event. Was that in the summertime?
Yes.
Do they try to,
in August.
A lot of like Phoenix, they try to, do they have a gathering place like they do in Sturgis?
It's Westworld.
Okay, so they'll go up there for
concerts. It's a huge,
the whole 9 yards.
Event.
Yeah,
it's live music. I don't know who it is this year. It's usually like Leonard Skinner or Bob Seger.
It's kind of like I'm not a very good golf, but I golf. I want to look good. But when they're on the road, they want to look good.
Hey, but it's full-fledged leather from their head to their toe. And, it's in that special closet, right? It's that special closet. Comes out once a year.
With boots and everything, right?
They act like they've been there all day. Oh, yeah, I've had my Harley since I was, 18. Shut up.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think a lot of guys, isn't it kind of like a rite of passage when you get to 50? You didn't go through this, Roc, but 50 or 55, they're looking for that bike, that Harley. Kind of like that thing. Okay, it's time, like a rite of passage. A lot of guys.
It's true.
Yeah, when you turn 50. I'm 50 years old. It's about time I go get a Harley.
I thought about it. I honestly did. Yeah, 5 years ago, I thought about it, but then I'm like, I want to live.
So then you bought a golf cart instead.
Yeah, that was a safer. That was a waste of money.
Well, it's interesting because my uncle for many years had a Harley, and I just think of all the wrecks he had.
Yeah,
he was very, very safe, and then my cousin, kind of the same thing, and you're like. No, I think I'll stay away from that. I mean,
the thing is,
careful as you are.
But if you're single, having a motorcycle is big. Women like the bikes. Guys, you know that.
The chick magnet.
Oh,
yeah.
It's something about when they're on the back of that, I'm not going to get into it on radio, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah. They enjoy it.
Yeah.
I have a Schwinn.
Do you?
you got training.
Well, you live in Sun City. I mean, that's all they have.
No,
out there.
I would never live in Sun
Lake. Same thing.
You got a 3-wheeler Schwinn there, Jimmy, with the
wheel,
with the baskets on the side.
The baskets on the side, and then I take the leather pullovers and put those on the side as well.
So let's talk about the Suns team. I mentioned 40 points by book. Durant added 32. They've won 2 in a row, 6 of their last 8. They're now tied with New Orleans for 6th in the West. At 45 and 31, currently hold the tiebreaker over the Pelicans, which is key. They'll host the Timberwolves tomorrow, but that was a good win, one that you expected them. But Dallas is now only half a game ahead of the Suns. They're in striking distance. They got 6 games remaining, and with the Suns, and with 7 for the Mavs. So it's going to be interesting how this all comes down. If it does come down to a tiebreaker.
Well, and the thing is, like the last game, it's Pelicans 74 points in the first half, 72 points in the first half last night, and then just jumping out and getting those big leads earlier. Another big first quarter, Book and KD stepping up. So the superstars, it's that time. These are the two guys that need to step up. Beal seems like he's been relegated, I guess I'd call it, to the quasi point guard, Jimmy.
Yeah,
kind of the guy.
That. Yeah, he's going to be the guy. There's no question in my mind about that they have made, meaning the coaching staff, made that decision that Bradley Beal's job now is handle the basketball and get things going on offense.
Well, I think that you look at, KD and with Book just hot, just continue to give it to him. And then, how about Bobo stepping up? Nice to see him stepping up with 15 points last night.
He played 9.5 minutes in the game. The issue I have with Bol, and it's a fair issue, struggles defensively. I think if he gets more minutes, he will be a better defender. I don't think he's ever going to be what people would refer to as even a good defender. I just think he's going to be adequate. Can he block shots around the rim? Yes, absolutely. But his basic job is to come off the bench and give them an offensive spark, and he certainly did that last night.
And even with the big lead, they still, you look at this game last night against Cleveland, they still got within, I call earshot. Was it 8 points they got within? And, it had been a tall task the last 6 minutes of the game. But the Suns seemed to kind of feel that pulse and get a couple of key baskets, get a fast break, get a turnover, get a couple of threes. But those are some of the things you want to see to thwart any kind of a fourth quarter comeback that we saw both by the Pelicans and by that Cleveland Cavaliers team last night.
Did you guys see the new College Sports Tomorrow? Pretty cool.
A little bit of it, yeah.
Yeah, so The Athletic talked about this new College Sports Tomorrow, which went public this week. And the plan is that it would replace the NCAA and college football playoff. Now, the outline would have the top 70 programs, all members of the 5 former major conferences, plus Notre Dame and the new SMU in the ACC. And then they would have 7 10-team divisions joined by an 8th division that would be promoted from the second tier. Then there are 50-plus second divisional teams that would have an opportunity to move up like they do in the European Football League, and that being soccer. 70 permanent teams would never be in danger of moving down, while the second division would have those incentives of promotion. And I think, that's a great idea. I'm very intrigued by the concept. Not sure the SEC and the Big Ten is going to embrace it.
There's the question right there.
That's one of them. I think that's an issue. Also, who's on this board? There's 20 people on this board, and it's kind of a variety of chancellors and top executives and presidents and things like that. But still a lot more to go, a lot more work that needs to be done. But I'm anxious to kind of dive into it over the next few months, as it'll be a big summer topic.
The best thing, though, is people are trying to change college sports right now.
Yeah.
I think that's a good sign, or people are trying to come up with some kind of model that suits everyone. My question to you, Rock, is how does that affect the playoff, and then how does that affect the NCAA tournament March Madness? That's what they got to get into.
Well, I think that would have to be incorporated. They would have to sit down with the networks and say, okay, this is the playoff we have right now. This is the money that's at stake. Now, how do we make this system work? Let's get the platform in writing, and let's kind of go through the models and see how it works. I think that's the easy part. I think the playoffs is the easy part.
And, that's kind of the precipice.
We'll grow to 16 probably.
We had David Bennick, the athletic director for UConn, on yesterday, and Jimmy asked him kind of that same question, and he said, there's so many moving parts. So he must have been aware of this coming down the pike to say, look, there's so many moving parts. We have to digest what other options we have. Now, he might have been hinting at something like this, to I think, because UConn's independent right now, and football it is.
Yeah.
So he was kind of hinting that there's so many moving pieces that he was like, well, give me a call in about 3 or 4 months, and I'll be able to give you a solid opinion on where or what direction we go as far as more of the football piece, but how you incorporate the basketball piece can be very interesting too. I mean, he was very aware that it's like, okay, does he know something we don't know? So this comes today.
Tomorrow we will have on the athletic director at Stanford, Bernard Muir, and I believe we'll have Greg Burns from Alabama tomorrow. So looking forward to catching up with those two guys. We can ask some of the same questions. Bernard from Stanford is a classmate of mine at Ohio U sports ad program. So He actually did something pretty good with his career. I'm sitting with you bozos every 3 hours.
Hey,
You're right.
Monday through Friday.
Lucky you.
Oh,
Rock.
I'd much rather be the freaking AD at Stanford.
You could be
than
there.
sitting here with you guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
You could.
Hey, it's Thursday. That means we are broadcasting live from one of the 5 Valley Twin Peaks. Today it's the Tempe location. You can take advantage of the 29-degree man-sized drafts, and we have teamed up with Bad Birdie Juicy Golden Ale. You can check that out here as well. We're going to get into our sounds of the day next, and we're going to give you an opportunity that is to hear what it sounds like when a fight breaks out at a hockey game at the beginning of the game. That's next. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
Win 910 on Fox Sports 910. Fill out your Twin Peaks tournament bracket at fanpick'em.com with chances to win prizes after every round. Your bracket's never busted. Powered by Twin Peaks and Bad Birdie Juicy Golden Ale. That's fanpick'em.com.
Hey, this is Kelly Cooper. Are you ready for the ultimate sports experience? Look no further than BKD's Backyard Joint. At BKD's, we're not just a sports bar. We're the destination for the best food, drinks, and sports experience in the Valley. Located at the corner of Pecos and McQueen and Chandler, get ready to score big on fun and flavor. Only at BKD's Backyard Joint, where every day is game day. Check us out online at bkdsbackyard.com. That's bkdsbackyard.com.
Join Fox Sports 910's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B for their Hoops Finals weekend in the new showroom at Talking Stick Resort. Win cash with free props and squares contests, plus 3 big screen TV giveaways. That's the Hoops Finals weekend at Talking Stick Resort, April 6th and 8th.
Whether you're looking for a bay window awning over a breakfast nook, a shade sail or structure in your home or business, a retractable awning for your patio, or roll curtains for your screen room, the House of Canvas and Fine Wrought Iron has what you need. Beat the heat this summer and get covered by Arizona's #1 rated shade experts. Visit thehouseofcanvas.com. House of Canvas, family owned and making shady deals in the Valley for over 40 years. That's thehouseofcanvas.com.
When it comes to men getting a vasectomy, you want to ensure you go to the experts. So call Purely Vasectomies. Purely Vasectomies. They're easy, comfortable, and convenient. They have single appointment options with a same-day consultation and vasectomy. Plus, there are 3 Valley locations. Their experienced specialists take the time to answer all your questions. They offer sedation to keep you comfortable, and most men can return to work next day. Call Purely Vasectomies at 844-NO-SPERM.
Postseason college hoops are here. Watch all the games at Twin Peaks. Enjoy incredible Bad Birdie Juicy Golden Ale draft specials from Four Peaks Brewing during all the games. Plus, sign up for free Win 910 on 910 bracket contest at fanpick'em.com. Win Twin Peaks fan cards at all rounds. Twin Peaks, your basketball headquarters.
Hey, sports fans, celebrate every big game with El Bandito Yankee, an ultra-premium tequila made from 100% Blue Weber agave in the highlands of Jalisco. Their certified additive-free Blanco and Reposado features a unique oxygenation process for a rich smoothness without that tequila burn. It's why they won platinum and gold medals and are now listed as one of the world's top tequilas by Rolling Stone. Head over to your local store, favorite bar, or restaurant in all 7 Barrio Queen locations. Go to elbanditoyankee.com and break out the Bandito with the official tequila of game day.
Bet365. We don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. See for yourself when you sign up today and get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment. It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. Terms and conditions apply.
Progressive presents good news, bad news, dumb news, then great news. Good news. Your coworker Kyle said bundling home and auto insurance with Progressive could save you money. Bad news. While saying this, Kyle was eating your clearly labeled lunch. Dumb news. Pizza near work costs $7 a slice, and it tastes like drywall covered in ketchup. Great news. You decide to see if you could save money bundling at Progressive.com and enjoy more lunches far away from Kyle. Progressive Casualty Insurance not available in states.
It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Tempe, located in the Tempe Marketplace. More sports, more Jody. The Drive with Jody Ayler. Now in mornings, 6 to 10 on Fox Sports 910.
Well, the Rangers-Devils game had a 10-player fight at the moment the game started, they had 8 ejections. Yeah, 8. And the fireworks went off right when the puck was dropped. They knew it was going to happen. Everybody in the arena knew it was going to happen. And this is how it all went down with the television call.
Where Garden has seen its fair share of bouts on the canvas on the ice. No undercard tonight. Rempe and McDermott, the main event to open the hockey game. Both sides. Lazar on the other side as well. Jimmy VC and Lazar control. That's dropping with Kevin Ball as well. Now it's 5-on-5. McDermott and Rempe exchanging blows. But everybody has gloves off in the Garden. DeAndre Miller and John Marino. There's only 4 officials. There's 5 fights. They're trying to break it what they can. Meanwhile, Rempe and McDermott still throwing. DeAndre Miller got the better of John Marino down on the other end. It's McDermott still feeding rights to Rempe. The other 4 are all done. The main event's still going. This is unbelievable. Holy jumping one step to this one right here with McDermott's done it. He had a couple of uppercuts. This is a marathon between Rempe and McDermott.
Oh, they got to be out of gas. Completely out of gas. Completely out of gas. Holy shit.
TNT with the call there. Again, all 10 skaters were on the ice. They all dropped their gloves. 8 of the guys were actually pulled. They were pulled from the game, and the Rempe McDermott, but was what everybody wanted to see. They wanted to watch that, which was crazy. This is awesome. But one thing that was missing was the 2 goaltenders going at it.
They did not skate up there. No,
that would have been cool.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. But you figure both these teams had to play with 4 fewer guys on the bench.
Right.
So that played into it. But, yeah, that doesn't happen very often. And Rempe, this guy, he's been out of the lineup for a few days. He's been effective in spurts. He's been accessed nearly as many penalty minutes, 69 as total time on the ice, 76. I wish he was on the Yotes to give you a reason to watch as they fell last night to Vancouver.
I've called, as we referenced before we ran that piece of sound, I've called some hockey games, and when something had happened between the 2 teams like this prior to that, generally they send out their goons. So one goon's on one side, one goon's on the other. They drop the puck. The goons fight.
I like how the announcers talked about it. Here's the main event.
Main event. That's it. And
no undercard.
Yep. I have never seen all 5 go at it, and nobody even touched the puck. They dropped the puck. Everybody dropped their gloves and went for it.
Gotta love hockey. Got to love it. The D-backs dropped the rubber match to the Yankees as they dropped their first series of the season. It was 11 innings. They lost 6-5. They begin their first road trip of the season in Atlanta beginning tomorrow. But we thought we would give some loves to our buddy Blaze Alexander, who knocked his first home run, his first major league home run. Here it is that got the D-backs up 1-0 in the second.
Blaze Alexander down the line. It's gone. Oh, is he blazing? His first major league home run.
Well, we mentioned in the open, he has projectable power. He had some big home run seasons in the minor leagues. One season he hit 20. And the Diamondbacks coaching staff feels like this is a guy that with more experience, getting to know the pitchers and how they try to get him out. He's a possible 25 home run a season guy.
110 miles an hour off the bat of Blaze Alexander.
How about Blaze?
Did you like the treatment? They gave him the silent treatment when he came into the dugout. It was great. He ran by everybody. Everybody just turned their head and didn't do anything.
The obligatory rookie treatment.
That is correct.
First home run.
Yeah, and then they jumped him.
Also, Marte had his 1,000th career hit, which was a solo home run last night to tie the game 2-2.
Ketel Marte has tied the ball game way out here. An absolute moonshot for Ketel, and there's career hit number 1,001.
Good start on the next 1,000 hits in his career.
His first of the year, Ketel Marte.
There you have it. Your sounds of the night brought to you by G2G Protein Bars. You can win G2G Protein Bars for an entire year. That's right, an entire year. Just text G2G to 59925. You can enter daily to increase your chances. That's G2G to 59925. Standard message and data rates do apply. That's G2G protein bars, now available in the refrigerated section in Costco.
Yeah, that's one of those kind of things you go, you get this team to take a little more power. You saw Christian Walker hit a bomb the other night. You see Ketel Marte. And if there's one thing that you look at this team in that game yesterday as far as a little more power, but I got to tell you what, Aaron Boone, somebody called their bluff at the very end of the game to have McGuff to come and pretty much come out there at the very end of the game. Bad to hit. Pretty much ran out of batters. And 11 innings, and I think that they did everything they possibly could to get that winning run up there in the 10th, the 11th. They just run out of bats. So you think about, okay, how does Troy Lavello combat that doesn't happen again, that you run out of hitters when Boone took the risk of putting the winning run on first base, and you bring a guy up that probably hasn't hit since, 2015, give or take?
It's a major mistake by the manager. Lavello had learned his lesson and even said so in the post-game press conference as well. Look, stuff happens. It happens to the best managers. It happens to the best coaches. Sometimes mistakes are made. That's just a mistake that he cannot make.
And I got to tell you guys, that's the first time I've seen that, I think, in many, many years.
Long time.
Now, I remember when Baumgartner was here, they'd never be afraid to pinch hit him.
But, guys, the flip side of this, what if at bases loaded, he gets a hit?
Yeah.
Sure.
Then Troy Lavello
looks like a hero.
He's a hero. So I don't think he deserves the criticism he's getting today.
Well,
even though I don't think he's getting much at all because he doesn't deserve it.
I think
it's the fact that they got to 11 innings. You had some guys that were hurt. He was tough. He didn't have much left.
No, I agree. But look, I
can only do so much.
Right. That's what I was saying. And I said that it's a mistake that he acknowledged right away, and it probably will not happen again. It was just one of those quirky things that took place in baseball. That's all.
And McGuff basically did foul that one off and went down.
He did, yeah.
He caught it late and went down the right base, your first base line, so to speak. So, yeah, it would look like a hero, but the chances or the odds are that that's going to probably backfire. And then a very questionable call, third strike.
It was outside.
On top of it all. So, yeah, lesson learned, probably going to be very, very rare that the D-backs get into that kind of a situation as it is.
So national basketball tonight, Indiana State, Seton Hall, they're going to square off in the the NIT championship in Indy. The Sycamores, they punched their ticket with a 10-point win over Utah in the semis on Tuesday. The Pirates, they crushed Georgia 84-67 to advance. This is Indiana State's first title game appearance since Larry Bird carried them in 1979 in the NCAA championship game. And then Seton Hall, they're back in the NIT champ game for the first time since 1953. It opened up at 2.5, that being Indiana State. Now it's 3.5. I don't know if it's moved in the last hour or two, but Indiana State minus 3.5 at Seton Hall. That game is at 4 o'clock, and this game will be a home game for Indiana State.
Well, they're playing it at Hinkle, and so Indiana State.
That's Butler's, right? Arena?
That's Butler's Arena. They used to have the NIT forever at Madison Square Garden in New York, and now since it's kind of lost all of its luster, they're now searching for ways to kind of bring that back. Hinkle Fieldhouse, for a good reason, is sold out tonight.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say NIT's done. Now with the news today that Fox Sports and AEG have teamed up for the college basketball crown. It's a 16-team tournament. It's going to include the top two teams from each, the Big Ten and the Big 12 and the Big East, that are left out of the NCAA tournament. Now, the 6 slots will be filled by those 3 conferences, and then another 10 teams will get in, yet to be determined. They're going to have a committee, and you got the power of Fox. It's going to be in Vegas, MGM. It's going to be on between March 31st and April 6th, which is between the Elite 8. They're going to kill it.
They are.
They're going to do well with that. Yep. And it's sad because the NIT's been around forever.
Yep, it has. In fact, many
1938.
Years ago, I was going to say the NIT
called the first one.
I knew you were going to say that.
Well,
the NIT was the predominant tournament for the longest time.
It just sucks that it's gotten to the point where 17 schools declined invitations this year.
That's awful.
And
17.
And I think it's a shame for the players that these coaches and administrators, even some teams, look down on the NIT versus if I'm a coach, all right, I didn't make it. Let me have a chance to get these guys get more reps, get more game experience, maybe use it as a recruiting tool.
Have some fun.
Have some fun with it. I mean, just expand your horizon, expand your team per se. And for Rick Pitino and them, well, we're not going. We feel we got screwed. Well, that's not the right kind of attitude. I think you're harming your players.
Well, a lot of it is he's in it. The NIT is supposed to, I guess, pay for some of their travel, and they don't, right? I think the schools have to, whereas the NCAA does.
Yes.
And I don't know if that's good. UConn, they put them on Allegiant.
Yeah.
Look what happened.
Yeah.
They got here 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Good job, Allegiant.
Yeah.
Hey, make plans to join us this Saturday and Monday at the Hoops final weekend in the new showroom at Talking Stick Resort. It opened officially yesterday. I went to the grand opening. The place is absolutely amazing. You are going to love it. The way that they have the seating, it is killer. And we are giving away cash just for watching both games on Saturday as well as the one on Monday. Free props, squares, got some big screen TVs. 3 o'clock is the first game. Hopefully we'll see you then. That's Saturday at Talking Stick Resort. But coming up, we will take a look at the Final Four and who's got a better chance as being a spoiler, Alabama or NC State. We'll catch up with CL Brown from the Curtain in Louisville and Kentucky next.
We're old. Here's what's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix.
The Cardinals hosted former Alabama cornerback Terrion Arnold for a visit this week, and we'll have ex-Washington receiver Rome Odunze in as well. Open team practices will be held for the Final Four teams tomorrow at State Farm Stadium prior to Saturday's action. Diamondback shortstop Geraldo Perdomo is day-to-day for a knee injury suffered in yesterday's loss to the Yankees. They face the Braves tomorrow. The Suns are 6th in the West after a much-needed win against the Cavaliers, plus a Pelicans loss to the Magic. Phoenix is back in action tomorrow when they host the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm Seth Everett on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Hey, this is Kelly Cooper. Are you ready for the ultimate sports experience? Look no further than BKD's Backyard Joint. At BKD's, we're the destination for the best food, drinks, and sports experience in the Valley. Located at the corner of Pecos and McQueen and Chandler, BKD's Backyard Joint, where every day is game day.
Make plans to join Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B for their Hoops Finals weekend at the new showroom at Talking Stick Resort. Win cash with free props and squares contests during all 3 games. Plus a big screen smart TV will be given away during each game. 3 big ones. That's cash and prizes just for watching the games in the new showroom and sportsbook in Talking Stick Resort. And best of all, it's free. It's the Hoops Finals weekend at Talking Stick Resort. Details at rockandmanuch.com.
Enter for a chance to win G2G protein bars for an entire year. Text G2G to 59925. You'll receive a confirmation text. Standard message and data rates apply. Text G2G to 59925. G2G protein bars. Fresh, healthy, and delicious. Now available at Costco.
Year after year, Lerner Rowe is voted best personal injury law firm in Arizona. You may wonder why. The answer is quite simple. Lerner Rowe is so popular because we give every client excellent service and a superior experience. But also the main reason is results. We've recovered billions of dollars for our clients with over $1 billion collected in the last 5 years alone. Our phone lines are always open and our legal team is standing by right now, waiting for your call.
Lerner Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Wright Toyota, the #1 volume Toyota dealer in the state of Arizona, ensures you a buying experience that will exceed all your expectations. Check it out for yourself. Located just off the 101 on Franklin Wright Boulevard in Scottsdale and online at wrighttoyota.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, historic rivalries tip off with shareable bites, and every shot you take is a game winner. All season long, you're balling with 29-degree beer, courtside seats, and scenic views. I mean, where else can you pair wall-to-wall hoops with hard-to-find whiskey? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites.
This month's fever is here, and it might be time for that vasectomy. Call the experts. Purely Vasectomies. 844-NO-SPERM. 3 Valley locations. That's Purely Vasectomies at 844-NO-SPERM.
A car is never just a car. Kelley Blue Book knows it's so much more than that. It's your commuting chariot, your road trip refuge, your I just need a reason to get out of the house. Your car is there for everything. And for everything car, there's Kelley Blue Book. Need a new set of wheels? He's there on Kelley Blue Book. Problem under the hood? Fix it with Kelley Blue Book. Can another car do the job better? Trade it or sell it on Kelley Blue Book. We're here mile after mile, moment after moment. Price it, fix it, trade it, sell it. KBB.com. Visit KelleyBlueBook.com to get the journey started.
When perfect is in the air, you can feel it. Presenting the ultimate comfort system from Lennox. The most advanced heating and air conditioning system ever. Expect consistently clean and perfect air delivered by an eco-friendly system that's also the most efficient available. Maybe it's time to rethink your air.
Now get rebates up to $1,700, or qualified buyers get no interest, no payments for 12 months on an ultimate comfort system from Lennox. Terms and conditions apply. See participating dealer for details.
Doug Gottlieb here. Just like in basketball, a successful game plan starts with having the right players. The MVP team at Tractor Supply brings both hustle and heart. That's what really sets them apart. So lace up your sneakers and make winning plays by heading to your local Tractor Supply store today.
Championship culture is like everyone thinks the same things, behaves the same way, and we're all striving for the same things. And that's what culture means. My job as a head coach is to make sure everyone in this building is not giving me what they have left.
You're hot.
Is to give me everything that they got. Everyone's got to be at their best.
That's UConn head coach Dan Hurley on what a championship culture looks like as this UConn team can cement their place in basketball history. As a team hasn't gone back-to-back since 2007. That was Florida. And you look at this team over the last 2 years, that being the Huskies, in their last 10 games in the NCAA tournament, they are winning by an astonishing average of 23 points. So we ask our next guest, CL, will they repeat? Will they repeat, CL?
Well, you probably don't want to hear this from me because I picked Auburn to beat them in my.
You get a reset. You get the reset.
Yeah.
You get the reset.
It would be. I mean, out of these four left, I don't see anyone beating UConn. I mean, it would take something special to get over the hump. I kind of felt like just the weight of trying to repeat would kind of undermine them in the earlier rounds, but obviously that hadn't happened, especially when Illinois was playing them tight, and the next thing you know, it's 30-0 run, which that's just incredibly hard to do when you're playing the team on the same level, right? So, Hurley's got lightning in a bottle right now. They are just the team in college basketball.
CL, as a columnist, you look at this Final Four, and that's a good story, but is the Zach Edey and DJ Burns a better story?
Oh, I can't wait to see that matchup. I mean, I feel like it is just because, UConn games have almost had foregone conclusions before they start. This is going to be fascinating to me to see. I don't think Edey has played somebody just with the strength and the mass of DJ Burns, and how is this going to play out? Like, will DJ really be able to get into Edey's body and still be able to score over him, or is just the length of Edey going to be too much for DJ Burns? I mean, I can't wait to see that matchup. And DJ Burns is just such a lovable figure, a lovable kid, having fun out there. It's great to see someone like that be in a position, and his team be able to be in a position to have this to be on the big stage of the Final Four.
And then, you've watched NC State the entire year. A lot of us, caught them winning the ACC tournament. Somewhat, you talk about lightning in a bottle, but what are some of the constants that fans are seeing during this tournament that were there during the regular season, or did they just evolve to where they are right now?
Well, the funny thing is they started off 5-1 in ACC play, and it looked like they were going to be one of the top tier teams in the league, and then they just kind of imploded and went on a streak where they lost like 5 out of 7 and just kind of stumbled their way through. And the schedule didn't help them much either. I mean, they lost their Final Four of the regular season, but 2 of those were they had Carolina on a Saturday and had to turn around and play Duke on a Monday. And I can't remember a time ever in the ACC where a team has had to play both Carolina and Duke back-to-back with 1 day of rest. So, they never lost their confidence, which I think is a testament to Kevin Keith as a coach. But they've been pretty sound defensively all year, and I think that's helping them in the tournament. And, the rest of it to me is just confidence. I mean, DJ Horn, their lead point guard, he was injured and didn't play in the Louisville game in the ACC tournament, and they were actually losing to Louisville early on. And and everything looked like doomsday. I mean, there was talk even at the ACC tournament that Kevin Keith was going to be fired, especially if they lose that first game to Louisville. And lo and behold, they come back. They get DJ Horn back for the next game, and, the rest, as they say, is history. Just seeing them in Glendale this week.
I'll get into some other aspects of the Final Four, but I would be remiss if I didn't ask you a couple of big coaching stories. One, with Andy Enfield leaving USC and going to SMU, and now USC hiring Eric Musselman from Arkansas. Did you see both of those moves coming, or did they catch you a little bit by surprise?
I would say the move Andy Enfield leaving to go to SMU was the more surprising of the two, because and I'm assuming maybe he was just beating the posse and getting out of town before they got him. It does help that the SMU will be playing in the ACC next year, so it will be a little bit more higher of a profile than that program has been in the past. But Eric Musselman going to USC, I was hearing rumblings that he might be ready to jump. I mean, when the Louisville job was open, that was the name. It never got far. Like, I'm not even sure the athletic director at Louisville talked with Eric Musselman directly. But the rumblings were that he might be, a little bit tired of being in Arkansas and was ready for a move. So the thing about him going to USC, which I think he's he's proven he can recruit guys there. He'll have high talent there, and he'll win there. But the question that I feel like he's going to have to answer is, it seems like he just burns out his welcome at spots after, 4 or 5 years. So is this going to be the short-term fix for USC and he'll give them, 4 or 5 good years and be on to the next? Or is this a place where he can just anchor down? Pardon the phrase. No, it's bear down. I'm sorry, it's bear down.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
Bear down.
Yeah, that's it.
Anchor down.
Yeah.
Anchor down is Vanderbilt.
3.
So, yeah, if he can just anchor down at USC and stay there for the long haul.
We're having a great conversation right now. C.L. Brown is our guest on the Wright Toyota guest line. Let me follow up with that then. There was a lot of chatter after Kentucky got bounced in the very first round about John Calipari. That did not happen. Is he finally, in your estimation, on thin ice, or was it just the Kentucky fan base that went crazy because they lost to Oakland in the very first round, a team that most people thought they should have beaten by 30?
Yeah, this isn't a case of just the fringe of Kentucky's fan base, getting things out of losing perspective, just getting things out of whack. This is the case of Kentucky has underperformed for Kentucky standards for the last, really since 2019. Obviously, they don't have the tournament in 2020, but in 2021, they had their worst season arguably in program history, going 9-16 during that, COVID year. In 2022, they lose to St. Peter's, which is arguably the worst NCAA tournament loss in program history, losing to a 15 seed. And then this year, losing to a 14 seed might be the second worst NCAA tournament loss for Kentucky. And in between there, they win one game, so they really hadn't advanced in the NCAA tournament out of the first weekend since 2019. So all of those things kind of piled up. John Calipari hasn't changed his style. College basketball nowadays favors veteran teams, especially being able to work the portal to at least supplement a roster of maybe young, high-end, talented freshmen coming in. But he hasn't really done that. He's tried to stick primarily to what he's done in the past, and it's not working. And so, it's the entire there are rumblings among the more measured and moderate, boosters of Kentucky basketball that this isn't working. This is no longer working, and maybe they need to go a different way. Really, I feel like what saved him was his incredible buyout. It was basically around $35 million if they would have fired him this year, and so that at least forced everybody to take a deep breath and think about this thing before they made a move on it. And so, he's obviously coming back now. They really did what I felt like was an unprecedented move for Kentucky, with both the athletic director, Mitch Barnhart, sitting down with John Calipari, and they did, a local TV interview where they just kind of put out everything out there and tried to dispel any myths that they have, a fractured relationship. And so it will be interesting to see moving forward just how he goes. I think there's been a bit of a disconnect between John Calipari and the fan base, because he's really removed himself further from being accessible, which a lot of coaches, once they reach his level do. I mean, at Duke, Coach K used to his only availability used to be post games, with the exception of before they would play Carolina every year. He would do a press conference before those two games every year, but that's it. John Calipari is kind of a similar way right now. He doesn't really do local interviews. He'll only do national things, and he outside of his radio show, the only time you really hear his voice is in post-game interviews. And even then, he can cut those short. So, it's something to keep an eye on.
Okay. Good stuff, CL. Thanks for taking us behind the curtain there. Appreciate it. Hey, keep up the great work. We'll be following you on CL Brown Hoops. It's a great follow if you love college basketball. Thanks, CL. Appreciate your time.
All right. Thank you guys for having me.
That's CL Brown joining us, talking some hoops. He covers the ACC, Louisville, Kentucky. So appreciate that. Again, this Saturday we'll be at the Talking Stick Resort showroom for both games, as well as on Monday. We hope that you will join us. But coming up next, Patrick Mahomes, 10 years of prison, and you lend $10 to a friend who buys Powerball tickets, hits the jackpot. How much do they owe you? We'll discuss that next. It's Fox Sports 910.
Now this is the Herd.
You're excited. I'm excited.
With Colin Cowherd.
Zach Edey plays for Purdue, and he's 7'4", right in the middle of the country. He moves well inside. He blocks shots. He's incredibly passionate. I don't know. I'm not an NBA scout, obviously, but the three best players in the league right now are all bigs in the NBA.
This is the Herd. Tomorrow at 10. Listen to Fox Sports 910 anywhere on our free iHeartRadio app.
When it comes to men getting a vasectomy, you want to ensure you go to the experts. So call Purely Vasectomies. Purely Vasectomies. They're easy, comfortable, and convenient. They have single appointment options with a same-day consultation and vasectomy. Plus, there are 3 Valley locations. Their experienced specialists take the time to answer all your questions. They offer sedation to keep you comfortable, and most men can return to work next day. Call Purely Vasectomies at 844-NO-SPERM.
Arena Sports Grill in Scottsdale on Bell Road is your home for pool, poker, and trivia. And now, the new Huss Brewing Company's Roc and Manuch Lager. Stop by today and experience top sports viewing, off-track betting, and ice-cold Roc and Manuch Lager drafts.
Whether you're looking for a bay window awning over a breakfast nook, a shade sail or structure in your home or business, a retractable awning for your patio, or roll curtains for your screen room, the House of Canvas and Fine Wrought Iron has what you need. Beat the heat this summer and get covered by Arizona's #1 rated shade experts. Visit thehouseofcanvas.com. House of Canvas, family owned and making shady deals in the Valley for over 40 years. That's thehouseofcanvas.com.
Make plans to join Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B for their Hoops Finals weekend at the new showroom at Talking Stick Resort. Win cash with free props and squares contests during all 3 games. Plus, a big screen smart TV will be given away during each game. 3 big ones. That's cash and prizes just for watching the games in the new showroom and sportsbook in Talking Stick Resort. And best of all, it's free. It's the Hoops Finals weekend at Talking Stick Resort. Details at rockandmanuch.com.
Arizona's largest locally owned A-plus BBB rated towing company is All City Towing. They're always looking to add motivated and competitive team members. Do you fit the bill? If so, head on over to allcitytowing.com/careers for more information.
There's something that binds us all, the constant hunger to improve. The obsession with every detail, and the reward of a custom fitting taking your game to a whole new level. We're all bound by 2 words said by golfers worldwide. Schedule your fitting at Vans Golf Shops. Find your local store at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
If spring allergies keep you trapped inside, then you need Navage Nasal Care to keep you breathing clearly and enjoying all the beauties of spring. Navage helps clear nasal passages that are often clogged because of seasonal allergies. Navage gently flushes a pure, refreshing saline solution through your nasal passages to clear out congestion, sucking out that springtime pollen and other irritants trapped in your nose. Navage is available online at Navage.com or in stores at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, Navage.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Tempe, located in the Tempe Marketplace.
Let's get ready for football!
It's Football at 50, the latest top football story trending this hour, right here with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on Fox Sports 9 and the iHeartRadio app.
So earlier this year, week before the Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes Sr. was arrested in Texas for driving while intoxicated. It was his 3rd DWI charge in recent years. Yesterday, the state of Texas formally charged him with felony, and he could be going to jail for quite some time, as could be 10 years. That's just unfortunate. Mahomes Sr. may remember he played baseball for many years. I guess it was a routine traffic stop. He showed signs of being impaired. He admitted he had a few beers at a bar prior before getting behind the wheel. And they also see he had an open 16-ounce Coors beverage in the center console.
Oh, boy.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to be a dad figure here, but hey, we all go out, we have some fun, but don't be stupid and have an open container. I mean, come on.
That's the clincher, right there.
I mean, you can't deny it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can one thing, hey, you went out to dinner, you had a couple glasses of wine or beers or whatever you do. But when the cop is looking into your car and he sees a freaking Coors can or whatever it was, come on. You got to be
I would
smarter
say just
than that.
between his brother's issues and his dad's issues,
right.
Patrick Mahomes has got to be like, needs to call like a family meeting. Look, everybody just chill out.
Couldn't he call
If
an
you're
Uber?
gonna, yeah, I was going to say, if you're going to go out drinking, call Uber.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, just chill out with a lot of this stuff. I think it was more of a harassment issue they had, or
The whole thing with the Uber thing. Yes, I agree. But everybody says that just call an Uber. You know, many of us, I'm included, you go out, you have a couple beers, you know, you're there for a few hours. You don't feel like you need an Uber. Right?
Well, you don't feel, but you're probably a little more impaired than you think you are. I mean,
he had an open Coors can in his car.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what did it.
That's what did it.
I know. I just want everybody.
You made the point of maybe he didn't feel that he was inebriated. He had an open Coors can in his car.
No, I was generalizing what I had said, not about him. But yeah. Anyway, let's move on. The NFL Network continues to trim down Melissa Stark is out. Andrew Siciliano is out. James Palmer is out. So they're all out as they begin to start cutting bait as the NFL Network is making some changes.
Well, they're moving to Los Angeles, and when you saw that the show was going to leave New York, and there had been so many rumors flying around that they were going to cut that show down in scale, now we are finding out about the talent on TV that got the heave-ho. It's always unfortunate. I always liked the show. I always tuned it in during football season, and I always enjoyed
Well,
it.
yeah, and the morning show in New York, and then the afternoon shows are there at SoFi. That's where their broadcasting network is down below, like 5 stories below SoFi Stadium.
Yeah.
But again, a lot of the folks, the budget cuts. But you think they'd ramp back up in reference to once the season, which is literally with the draft right around the corner, you would keep a lot of that talent, ramp things back up.
So obviously none of us hit the Powerball, right? For $1 billion.
I wouldn't be here.
Did
if
anybody
I
hit it?
No.
Nobody. Powerball's still going.
About 6 people got 5 of them, and they won $1 million each.
Okay.
But not the big number.
So let's play a little game here.
Okay.
Here's the scenario. A friend asks if they can borrow $10.
Okay.
You hand them a 10. They use it to buy Powerball tickets. They hit the jackpot.
Ooh.
How much do they owe you? Here are your 4 options. The original $10 you loaned them, half the winnings, all the winnings, or nothing.
Oh, boy.
My initial reaction is at least half the winnings.
I would have given them at least $1 million.
I think the $10. I know if I might do half. You gave me if I put my own money into it.
Yeah.
Let's say if they didn't give me the money, and can you loan me $10 when I buy a Powerball ticket? That is part of your. I think it's part of your ticket. You could probably claim,
But
part of your ticket.
what if he put a 10 in too?
Well, if he did,
Right.
yeah.
So it's $20 in that Powerball.
Okay. But what I was saying is, if that was the only money you put in was your buddy's $10, and unless you put, to your point, another $10 in, but that was the only cash you had. Hey, I'm going to buy a Powerball ticket. Well, at that point, you and I are partners in this Powerball.
I would think so.
At that point,
I could see this for me if it happened to me and I hit it's over $1 billion, which means the cash out is probably $600 million. I'll give the guy $300 million. I think I can live pretty comfortably on $300
Yeah, I
million.
remember that cash out. You haven't taxed it yet, Jimmy.
Well, I
just did.
understand.
He said 600.
Well, that's the cash out. That's not once you get your cash, you still got to pay taxes on the cash out.
Right.
So your net's probably going to be about $300 million.
Okay.
So at that point, you can split $150 million.
No, that's fine. I can live on that.
$50 million.
I can live on that.
The top vote getter was the original 10. 72%. 72% said they just get
$10
the 10 back.
No.
So with Powerball, do you pick the numbers?
Yes.
You can if you
Well,
want.
you can, or you can just have the computer do
so
it.
If I gave a friend $10 and he went in there and he picked the numbers, then I think it's 50-50. I put up the money,
Sure,
you pick the numbers,
sure.
you split it.
If it's just $10.
If it's random and he didn't pick the numbers, give me all the money.
But what if you put in a 10 and you put in a 10? Are we
And then
saying
we
that
split
just $10?
If it's just my $10 and he didn't pick the numbers, my friend that I gave this money to, that money belongs to me.
But he came
So let me throw this scenario to
Well, he
you.
went and got him, though.
Yeah,
Let me throw this scenario to you. Many years ago, the Phoenix Firebirds, Arizona Lottery was my sponsor as I was an employee of the Phoenix Firebirds. And every Saturday during the game, we had the Arizona Lottery truck.
Oh, okay.
And every Saturday, we all collectively, 20 of us, all threw in money to buy a Powerball ticket or multiple Powerball tickets. Well, what happened? Make a very long story short, I'm not over it.
Obviously,
I wasn't asked to throw in. No one threw in for me.
Okay.
20 people got in. We hit.
Oh, man.
They hit and won the Powerball. And it wasn't $1 million. It was, it was a lot of money, but it wasn't, crazy. But they hit the Powerball. I didn't get anything. And what sucked about it, I was a PR guy at the time. So the Scottsdale Progress, the Arizona Republic, USA Today, Baseball America are calling me, wanting to do a story on this minor league team that won the Powerball, the staff.
Yeah.
They're calling me, who is my client. They would have not won that money. And they didn't throw in for me. I got nothing. They had a party. They all got a uniform, put on, had a big check.
Crap.
It was bulls.
They loved you too, Rock. Yeah. I love you guys.
Still not over it. Bunch of crap. Don't like any of them people I used to work for.
Story time with Rock.
Clear.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B has been sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing.
Postseason college hoops are here. Watch all the games at Twin Peaks. Enjoy incredible Bad Birdie Juicy Golden Ale draft specials from Four Peaks Brewing during all the games. Plus, sign up for a free Win 910 on 910 bracket contest at fanpick'em.com. Win Twin Peaks fan cards at all rounds. Twin Peaks, your basketball headquarters.
Hey, sports fans, celebrate every big game with El Bandito Yankee, an ultra-premium tequila made from 100% Blue Weber agave in the highlands of Jalisco. Their certified additive-free Blanco and Reposado features a unique oxygenation process for a rich smoothness without that tequila burn. It's why they won platinum and gold medals and are now listed as one of the world's top tequilas by Rolling Stone. Head over to your local store, favorite bar, or restaurant in all 7 Barrio Queen locations. Go to elbanditoyankee.com and break out the Bandito with the official tequila of game day.
Join Fox Sports 910's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B for their Hoops Finals weekend in the new showroom at Talking Stick Resort. Win cash with free props and squares contests, plus 3 big screen TV giveaways. That's the Hoops Finals weekend at Talking Stick Resort, April 6th and 8th.
Start clean with Clorox, because Clorox delivers a powerful clean every time. Because messes happen. Because...
Hey, listen, remember how you told me to toss those takeout containers before we left for vacation? And you were like, I'm serious. If that leaks over the counter, it'll be a slimy abomination by the time I get back. And I was like, yeah, of course. Don't worry about it. I won't forget. Well.
ooh, yeah, that happens. So start clean with Clorox. Use Clorox products as directed. Rinse after use if in contact with food surface.
Elevate your outdoor living space this year using stone. Tanzite has developed stone decking crafted without any plastic composite materials to redefine durability. Visit tanzite.com to see how stone decking doesn't scratch, stays cooler, isn't slippery, and has all the durability you would expect from stone, which is why it's guaranteed for life. At tanzite.com, you will see how we developed stone to easily transform any ordinary wood deck. You can even make your deck waterproof for a dry space below. Versatile and adaptable, Tanzite is perfect for decks, stairs, over concrete, or ground applications. Visit tanzite.com to start planning your project with a free 3D design and construction plan tailored to your space. Order a sample today to witness the incredible beauty and durability firsthand at tanzite.com. That's TANZITE.com.
Hello, Phoenix. We have some exciting news. Local high school sports has a new home right here on Fox Sports 910 AM. The Coach B and Eternal radio show can now be heard right here on Fox Sports 910 every Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m. Don't miss it.
Joe Brown here with Accident Law Group. If you were hurt in an accident, find us on the web at accidentlawgroup.com.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd, tomorrow from 10 to 1. This is KGME Phoenix, KESC HD3 Phoenix. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your sports talk, podcasts, and music. Free never sounded so good.
Diamondback shortstop Geraldo Perdomo is day-to-day for a knee injury suffered in yesterday's loss to the Yankees. They face the Braves tomorrow. The Suns are 6th in the West after a much-needed win against the Cavaliers, plus a Pelicans loss to the Magic. Phoenix is back in action tomorrow when they host the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Cardinals hosted former Alabama cornerback Terrion Arnold for a visit this week. We'll have ex-Washington receiver Rome Odunze in as well. Open team practices will be held for the Final Four teams tomorrow at State Farm Stadium prior to Saturday's action. I'm Seth Everett on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For your Thursday, look for mostly sunny conditions out there. Temperatures in those upper 80s. We are going to be looking for some pretty breezy conditions out there for today. And then for tonight, partly cloudy skies, with those overnight lows dipping into the low 50s. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B is sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing. Calling all sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Proudly sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing. and is powered by the injury attorneys Lerner and Rowe. In a wreck and need a check? Make one call, that's all. 602-977-1900. And always online at lernerandrowe.com. Now time for Calling All Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on Fox Sports 910.
Welcome in for another hour. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. We're out here at Twin Peaks in Tempe. We still have our 4-team bracket contest. So the way it works, you go to fanpick'em.com and you sign up to the 4-game. You've already done the bracket. You may have done the 16. Now there's a 4-game bracket contest, so it's going to come down to the score. We do have a 3-way tie for the overall winner, and 2 of the 3 both have UConn and Purdue in that final game, with both of them taking UConn, but it'll come down to what that score is on who's going to win the grand prize. So fanpick'em.com, the 4-team deal is going on right now. You got till Saturday at 3 o'clock. Matt Ishbia's Player 15 group today cut the ribbon in their new downtown headquarters for the Suns and Mercury, as well as the new Phoenix G League franchise. This is a 76,000 square foot complex, an office complex. It used to be the Coors Brewing distribution warehouse downtown. They fast-tracked it over the last 9 months. It's pretty kick-ass. Got an indoor-outdoor basketball court, an outdoor pickleball court, an outdoor putting green, a golf simulator room, arcade games, full-service cafeteria, lounges, a grab-and-go pantry with food and beverages, oversized boardroom, parking. They got solar. They got it all there, a fitness center, and it's all downtown as Matt Ishbia continues to create these phases of building out his empire in Phoenix.
You know, you if you go work for the Suns, you want for nothing. You be at that facility, and if you're over at the other facility, which I think was under Sarver over 44th Street there in Camelback, beautiful facility there. I commend him for doing everything he possibly can to make it a great place to work,
destination,
to be a great place to play.
Yep.
So I think, you know, this billionaire is going, hey, you will want for nothing. Our whole goal is to win, to make it a winning administration, to make it a winning team on the court. So I commend Matt Ishbia for doing all the right things and pulling all the right strings to make the Phoenix Suns, to your point, Jimmy, a destination place to play and to work.
You know, Rock, it's interesting that you named off all of the things that complex is going to have. And then you talked about the food pantry, the lunchroom, everything, cafeteria. Totally different than what the Cardinals have been talked about in doing. Charging players for food, not having adequate this or adequate that. And here comes Matt Ishbia, and he is attempting to now make the Suns and Mercury a destination point in professional sports.
And more than that, guys, he wants to win. He wants to win it all.
Yeah.
And I think that's his motivation, is he's kind of setting the groundwork, all these ancillary things, practice facility, working environment, and now just making sure that on the court that these guys have anything and everything they have, kind of like when Mark Cuban took over the Dallas Mavericks.
Good point.
I mean, he came in and said, look, we've got to change the culture. He's this billionaire that it was at the time working for Dell, or owned Dell, Dell Computer, then he sold it. I mean, he's like, I'm going to give you Dirk Nowitzki. I'm going to give you this guy. I'm going to give you that guy. We're going to make sure that you got all the things that you need. And I think that's kind of one of those models. If you're an owner of a team, whether it be baseball, football, or basketball, that, hey, if you can go ahead and take care of the worries for players and for people working in there and just put the best product possible on the court, then you have a chance of winning all. And then all that money becomes a great dividend for winning NBA championships.
You brought up the Arizona Cardinals. They're in the news once again, not because of the draft, but Terry McDonough also must pay the Cardinals despite him getting the $3 million. And then there's another deal that Manuch is going to get into. But, you know, he's going to get paid $3 million, McDonough. Mm-hmm. But now he's going to have to pay the Cardinals $45,000. $25,000 is to pay the Cardinals for lawyer fees. And the other $20,000 was a sanction against him for breaking the confidentiality order as part of the case investigation and hearing.
Yes.
So, but now he wants to, you know, his lawyer's saying, all right, let's keep this thing going. I want to make some money. Yeah. This is where lawyers come in, and they want to make money.
Yeah, I think the original want to buy Terry does $125 million from the National Football League. And to your point there, Rock, he's going to get the $3 million. Well, now Now, as you mentioned, lawyers and crisis communications firm is being sued. Now he wants to take it to the Arizona State Court, and that was filed today, or yesterday, I should say, that he wants to come after Michael Bidwell and the Cardinals for defamation of character on the state court level now. And the attorneys are saying, look, you defamed us. We got that pretty much settled with the National Football League. Now we want to take it to the state court. To what you said about the burner phones, the allegations, and all the above. So I think those are some of the things that are going to come. The Cardinals will say, hey, look, we went above and beyond the line. We apologize. Here's our money. But now the attorney for one term McDonough is saying, well, we can see from pretty much the standard of how the NFL works, we want to take it on a state court level to see what they decide, if they decide from a standpoint of suing the Arizona Cardinals. So, yeah, to your point, they want to get probably more than $3 million.
Sure.
Bigger than the NFL just kind of said, all right, this arbitrator looked at it. Well, let's just charge them $3 million. Hey, Michael, don't do it again. But now they're going to come back and at a state level do the same thing.
It's ugly with the Cardinals. It just is. They can't get out of their own way.
No, they can't. No, and
it's unfortunate because wherever they turn, it's just something negative happens.
Well, and the other thing is the allegations by the toxic work environment that's brought up by a former senior VP of operations, Ron Miniger, and who knows what else is out there that's coming down the pike. But that's all NFL related. I'm not sure if Miniger's filed any kind of a civil suit versus the Cardinals in a state court at least at this time.
Don't you find it interesting that the majority of the time that we are, at least in the last year, that we are talking about the Arizona Cardinals, it's off-field issues.
Yeah.
Not what's on the field, it's off-field.
Hey, today, a new proposal, the NCAA NIL working group introduced this proposal that would permit schools to provide assistance and services to their athletes to pursue the NIL opportunities. So this is new for D1 to allow the schools to help, which I think is huge, but they got to figure out how to enforce it, how to police it, how to get it under wraps, because it needs some structure.
It needs to be consolidated, I think. And
I don't know about consolidating. It needs to have some structure.
Yeah, and
you hear about the kid yesterday who played at Wisconsin Stores. He wanted $1 million to go to Kansas. They come back with $750. Says, see ya.
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
Yeah.
Give me a freaking break.
To turn down $750
$750
and transfer out of Wisconsin to go play Kansas.
And the exposure you're going to get. I think what we're all looking for is like the great gatekeeper to get control of this, to work in unison, to see what kind of funds you have or you don't have. And at that point, okay, the schools can oversee and kind of keep track. If you want to be a spokesman for Wright Toyota versus your agent or in Wright Toyota, let's just take it in-house and say you can benefit that.
And what about standardize the contract? So all the college athletes have a similar contract with similar language, and maybe look out for their future. Maybe a percentage of that money gets put into the bank for later.
Savings account.
Something like that, that can help these kids down the road. Man, because they don't know. They see the money. They want the money now. They want to buy the bling. They want to drive the cars. Whereas if they could take, say, 20% of whatever they're making, and it automatically, off the top, has to go into this account for them to touch in 3 years, 5 years, whatever, I think would be cool. I don't know if you can ever do that.
And one of the problems that you're alluding to, Rock, is a lot of the families want that money. So a lot of that's going to them right away. And then here's the athlete, by the time his second year, third, even fourth year, there's only a minimal amount. So that has to be worked out as to, look, when he leaves or she leaves, we'll have so much money in an account, money market or some kind of, interest-bearing account that they can tap, and maybe tap so much. But until they get guidelines from the NCAA or whomever, who the NCAA empowers those schools, then this thing can run rampant or be off the charts. But I like that there's at least talking about it.
Hey, make plans to join us on Saturday and Monday for the Final Four. Pretty excited to be out there. We're going to have a lot of fun giving away cash. It's free to enter. We're doing props. We're doing squares. All of it's free. Giving away 75-inch TV at halftime for all 3 games. So you got the 3 o'clock game, the 5:30 game, and that's on Saturday, and then the 6 o'clock game on Monday. We'll be live out there on Monday. Take the Points will be live out there on Saturday. Jax is leaving early, though.
What's Jack's got to do?
He's got to be at the game that starts at 3. Which I didn't approve that. So he about 2 weeks ago, he's like, "Do you mind if it's okay if I go to the game on Saturday and Monday?" Even though I hired him to help us for our promotion, not for him to get a press pass.
Yep.
Get free food.
Yeah.
So then he tells me he's got to leave early from the show that he gets paid to do.
Did he catch you at a weak moment?
I must. It was a text. You're turning
that new leaf.
Maybe more surprised. That early, where I don't need him to leave early because I need him to get this thing running. To get the, he's our tech guy too.
Maybe you were at the refreshment stand when you got that.
He gets a haircut today because he's going, I got media. I got to be part of the media.
You're going to wear a coat and tie as well?
And you're going to be up in the 400 section. Not even going to see the game. Exactly. So bad.
We've been doing that.
Coming up, I got some Roxman advice. Things you should never do if you get pulled over. And a new trend that I believe Manuch and Jimmy B will not be able to handle. We also got our dog picks as well. Roc and Manuch and Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
Clear. The right price, the right selection. It's all now at Wright Toyota in Scottsdale. Stop by today and see why Wright Toyota continues to be Arizona's top Toyota dealership, located just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard and online at wrighttoyota.com.
Hey, sports fans, celebrate every big game with El Bandito Yankee, an ultra-premium tequila made from 100% Blue Weber agave in the highlands of Jalisco. Their certified additive-free Blanco and Reposado features a unique oxygenation process for a rich smoothness without that tequila burn. It's why they won platinum and gold medals and are now listed as one of the world's top tequilas by Rolling Stone. Head over to your local store, favorite bar, or restaurant in all 7 Barrio Queen locations. Go to elbanditoyankee.com and break out the Bandito with the official tequila of game day.
Postseason college hoops are here. Watch all the games at Twin Peaks. Enjoy incredible Bad Birdie Juicy Golden Ale draft specials from Port Peaks Brewing during all the games. Plus, sign up for a free Win 910 on 910 bracket contest at fanpick'em.com. Win Twin Peaks fan cards at all rounds. Twin Peaks, your basketball headquarters.
Get ready for double the fun on the 101. Introducing the Salt River Rewards Program at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort, the Valley's newest and best. With multiple tiers and endless benefits, we've got something for everyone. Don't miss out on the excitement. Salt River Rewards, the Valley's premier player rewards program, now at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort. 2 properties, 1 amazing club, offering limitless fun on the 101. Discover the best in the Valley at saltriverrewards.com.
What's up, guys? Jason Payne, owner of State 48 Roofing. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, #SexyRoofStatus. All of our work using state-of-the-art materials and 5-star workmanship. Our inspections are free. You heard me, free. Go to state48roofing.com to schedule your free appointment today.
When it comes to men getting a vasectomy, you want to ensure you go to the experts. So call Purely Vasectomies. Purely Vasectomies. They're easy, comfortable, and convenient. They have single appointment options with a same-day consultation and vasectomy. Plus, there are 3 Valley locations. Their experienced specialists take the time to answer all your questions. They offer sedation to keep you comfortable, and most men can return to work next day. Call Purely Vasectomies at 844-NO-SPERM.
Beat the heat this summer and get covered by Arizona's #1 rated shade experts. Visit thehouseofcanvas.com. House of Canvas, family owned and making shady deals in the Valley for over 40 years. That's thehouseofcanvas.com.
Plumbing, HVAC, and electrical contractors on Service Titan put up big numbers. How big? In their first 2 years on Service Titan, contractors typically see a 10% increase in call booking rates, a 9% increase in average ticket size, and a 17% increase in revenue. They also average a 4.7 out of 5 stars on customer review sites. Add it all up and the answer is clear. When solving for profitability, productivity, and growth, Service Titan is an essential part of the equation for contractors like you. Learn more today at servicetitan.com. That's servicetitan.com. Individual results may vary.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ziprecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free.
Time for the guys' Twin Peaks College Hoop Report. Poured by Bad Birdie Juicy Golden Ale from Four Peaks Brewing, Arizona's #1 craft brewery. The Bad Birdie Juicy Golden Ale is a crushable, bold, and downright disruptive experience for your palate. And available at all 5 Twin Peaks locations. It's good to be bad. Bad Birdie Juicy Golden Ale. Let's talk hoop.
You're hot.
All right, that means it's our underdog picks. So last week, why don't you go through that, Jax?
Yeah, we had a really good week last week. All 4 of us got our underdog.
She was off, right?
No, he was actually on,
Oh.
surprisingly. Still lost his.
Oh, he did?
He had Creighton plus 3.5 against Tennessee that lost. Rock had NC State to cover against Marquette that hit. Manuch had Bama to cover against UNC that hit. Jimmy had Duke plus 4.5 against Houston that hit. And I had Clemson plus 7.5 against Arizona.
Good week.
All 4.
Yeah. How about that?
Good job, Shu. Way to be a team player.
Listen, I'm just here to help out where I can.
All right. Well, you always can redeem yourself today. So, all right. For this week, I think a lot of us are going to be on this. NC State plus 9.5 against Purdue. I think a lot of us are jumping on the Cinderella story. It's a great story, and it's going to be a great game. I'm going to do the same, and I will take the 9.5. And don't think they're going to win, but they'll keep it close.
I will ditto that, Rock. I think the DJ show hopefully covers against this Purdue team with DJ Horn, DJ Burns, and who knows? To your point, maybe it's a Cinderella story that they win, but I think 9.5. That's right. I'm going, and hopefully they cover that.
Look, I'm with you guys, and I was going to take that game as well, but then we wouldn't have any fun. So I'm going to take Alabama plus the 11.5. I know the stat that UConn has won by 361 points each game.
23 to be exact.
That's
an average of the last 10 NCAA games.
There you go. And so
23. What's the spread?
11.5.
Okay.
So I
Double
know that it doesn't look good, at least on paper, but I think Alabama can score. And they play an extremely fast pace. So that means there's going to be a lot of shots in this game. So I'm hoping that Bama keeps it relatively close, and I get a chance to cover that 11.5.
I agree with you guys. 9.5 NC State. This team is against the spread, undefeated the entire tournament. I think they continue to do so against Purdue.
Shu, you want to play this week?
I would love to.
All right, come on.
We have to make college basketball picks, correct?
Yes.
Okay, give me the UConn women plus 3 against Iowa tomorrow night. Everyone's talking about Caitlin Clark, Iowa making a run. We're doing this thing again where we're not paying attention to Gino Rem and UConn. I'll take UConn to cover the 3. They'll win the game outright. They will end the storybook of Caitlin Clark and Iowa.
I would love that. I couldn't ask for anything better.
And Paige
Get
Beckers,
this thing go away.
Paige Beckers of UConn will be the star of the game. Girl can really play. Missed 2 years. Tore an ACL 1 year, tore the ACL again the next season, and she is playing sensational basketball.
I'll tell you, this will probably go down in the annals of history where it's almost as if when you look at the ticket sales, we talked about this yesterday, are more so than the men's Final Four. I think the Final Four average about, 1,300. Women's is bumped to about 2,100.
Also, one of them's in a football stadium. And the
Yeah,
other's in a
exactly. Sure, I get that. Yeah, and what do you call it? Proverbial demand type of thing. But again, it seems as though all the pundits, the ESPNs are trying to make this more of a bigger game than the men's Final Four. And you know what? Hey, they can go ahead. It's very rare. We're going to see somebody like Caitlin Clark come down the pike, aside from UConn's great star as well. So those two matching up like last year with UConn and LSU, those two stars matching up.
So I have a question, Rock. Shu did not put his pick on the lineup, and the line currently UConn Iowa is 2.5.
It's got to be 3.
Yeah. That's not true. I have it here at Caesar Sportsbook at plus 3. So,
All right. Yeah, there you go. All right. As long as she has it somewhere, that doesn't matter where. Whatever your book it is, we are not. We're open to any of them to sponsor our show. So Caesars would be great. DraftKings, FanDuel, whatever it may be.
No more Tropicana. They're imploding that bad boy.
Well, they don't have a sports book like this. Yeah. So that's all right, Manuch. Keep trying.
No, I'm shutting down. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Your random fact today is part of Rock's Man Vice. If you're going to get pulled over, here's some things you should do or shouldn't do.
Should not do?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't wait to pull over.
Uh-huh.
If they're right behind you with their lights on, you pull over right away.
Sure.
Don't keep driving to find a place that's safe. Just turn to the side, put your signal on, and park. Got that, Manuch?
Got it.
Number 2, don't get out of your car. Stay in your seat. Wait for instructions.
Yep.
Sure.
Turn us off. If you're listening to us, just turn us off. Don't hide your hands. Best thing is to put your hands on top of your steering wheel. Don't reach for anything until they ask. Like, you're trying to get ahead of it. Let me see if I have my license registration, all that.
Yeah.
And then finally, number 5 is don't panic. It's natural to feel nervous, but don't panic. Just be nice. Don't argue. Don't be rude. You may get out of your ticket. So there you go. A little Rocksman advice for you.
Our era might be like, hey, I got you off. My bad. Here, let me give out. You're reaching in there. It's like, hey, yo, put your hands up where I can see it. Anymore, I'm like, I'm good.
Manuch, how many times, and Rock, how many times have you guys been stopped and they figure out who you are and they said, hey, don't do it again, and they walk away?
Never.
Really?
No, I never have.
Don't tell me it happens to you.
No,
probably at least 5 to 6 times.
Maybe in Spokane, Washington, some little small town where you got one McDonald's. Not here.
Jimmy,
This
you're
is-
embellishing
this is-
again.
I'm
You're
not
embellishing.
embellishing. I'm not embellishing.
5 times.
At least 5 times.
You're so full of
No, I'm not.
You are so full of
One
it.
time I was, and this one is, and Manuch can vouch for this, in Buffalo.
geez.
In Buffalo, I was skiing, and down at Kissing Bridge, Manuch will know where this is. I'm coming back on the highway, and it's 65, and then it changed to 55. I wasn't paying any attention to it. And so he pulls me over. I was doing about 70. Pulls me over, comes up to the car, and I did exactly what you just said. Hands up, was nice, everything, accepted everything. And then I'm talking to him, and he kind of looks at me and says, I see your skis in the back of your car, because I had a sports car and you could see through the window. Skis are in the. You've been skiing? I said, yeah, Kissing Bridge. He said, didn't you do your TV show down there yesterday? I said, yeah. He says, get out of here. I don't want to see you again.
Wow.
Look at you, Jimmy.
Right now,
Wow.
we don't care.
You don't care.
I'm just telling you.
The only thing I had one time, 1989, I was an intern
Here it is.
for the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
We went night, myself and another intern who played football at Penn State. I'm not going to say his name. He was an intern with me. Big guy, running back. Okay, big.
Okay.
And we were coming back from Ball State late at night. I mean, we were out there having some fun, driving back to Anderson, Indiana, which is where our where camp was. Sure enough, my 1979 Cutlass got pulled over. We're going like 80 and a 55.
Oh, yeah.
But he's like, what are you guys doing? And I said, we're with the Colts. I was junior in college, and you see him, and he looked like a player. Right. I mean, he was a player, but not an NFL player. And then he goes, yeah, he's a free agent kicker. That was me.
Oh, man.
And then him, true story.
Okay.
And then him, the big dude, he's like, yeah, I'm running back. We're trying out. We're here for camp. And that was it. So we got off. But I still have the ticket to this day.
Oh, he gave you the ticket.
It was a warning.
Oh, yeah, warning.
But he did write me up.
Okay.
It's the only time I can think of at all. I'm going, okay, you can move on. Was when we went to Prescott one time, took my grandmother up there, we up to my sister living there, coming back. They used to have a Saab. So an NFL alumni sticker on the back.
Why?
Yeah, well, just
That's stupid.
I just had it.
That's like soccer mom.
Okay, anyways, so I'm
dumb.
Coming down, he pops me at about 65 and a 55. He comes up. He goes, I say, my bad. I'm sorry. He goes, looks at me. He goes, see, you're part of the NFL alumni? Yeah. Who'd you play for? Told him the whole thing. Let's slow it down. Coming down the hill, it's kind of a speed trap.
Yep.
When you come down, President, just look at me. He goes,
that is
to slow it down.
That is like the dumbest thing you've ever said in 19 years.
Why is that?
That you had an NFL alumni sticker on your car.
Yeah, on the back.
Did you have the marriage encounter too?
No, I did. The marriage encounter. Remember that? And he saw that my 85-year-old grandmother in the back seat, my wife.
I lost all my respect.
He's like, okay, just slow it down. And he didn't say, who'd you play for? We chat. I said,
did you have the Buffalo Bills holder too on your license plate?
I thought he might have had the Buffalo Bills dice hanging from his rearview mirror.
Why would you even put that
Where
sticker?
do you get that
I mean,
from?
yeah. I mean, did you have it made?
No. They
Kinko's back then.
What they did is our NFL alumni golf tournaments. The guys got them, so I just put it on the back. All the other guys, this is NFL alumni. I don't know. I just put it on. I thought it was pretty cool, and it helped for at least one time. Other time
that's
didn't help.
cheesy. It's just that is so cheesy.
It worked. It worked.
It worked. Whatever. Well, you saved you $100. Big deal.
Yeah, well, I think Grandma Manucci in the back of the car with my wife at the time coming down that speed trap of a hill.
Hey, real quick, I don't think you guys could do this. There's something called speech fasting. Speech fasting. It's a new trend.
Okay.
Where people try to avoid talking until noon. It's going viral. I don't think you guys could do it either one.
Never.
There's no way.
I couldn't do it.
Because I guarantee you just talk to yourself at home, don't you?
No, not really.
Because your wife's not listening to you.
Well, if Lori's sleeping or she's doing stuff out there, I'm in the back
morning.
office.
Does she sleep till noon?
No. But she's out on the back. But we will chat once in a while. She'll come in and we'll talk. And yeah, that's an impossibility. Unless I'm sleeping till noon, which is like once every 25, 30 years or something like that, I'm talking. You're going to talk to Jimmy when you're not doing the show. I call him, Dad.
Yeah, seriously,
gotta warm up.
I put the whole show together every single day, even when I'm not here.
Yeah.
What do you guys talk about?
Well, we just
because everything is on the lineup. Because I'll check in later, and I'm like, you guys don't make any changes.
And we talk about everything.
Like what?
Yeah, we'll talk.
Because I listen to the show, there's no content.
We just make sure
the only content I heard the other day was Shu saying Zach Gallen was going to have a bad game, and he didn't. He had a great game.
We just make sure that we're both on the page, we're on task.
I don't know what you
making
guys
sure
do.
Jimmy's on task. We're all covered. That's pretty
Unbelievable.
much it.
So next Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't have to do anything. You won't need me to do anything. You guys can do the show without me.
Well,
I
no,
don't
we
have to
appreciate.
prep. I don't have to prep every
We
morning for you
appreciate
guys.
the prep, Rock. We go through your prep. We make some adjustments with the
Very
with the
rarely
sound.
you
All
make
the,
any adjustments.
we just make sure we go through all the stuff you put on there, Rock.
Oh, jeez. Final four. It's Saturday. We'll be at Talkie Stick. Scott Williams. He was with us last year, three-time NBA champion and North Carolina alum. We'll get his take on the matchup next. It's Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
Clear.
This is what's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix.
Purdue, North Carolina State, UConn, and Alabama will hold open team practices tomorrow at State Farm Stadium prior to their respective Final Four tilts Saturday. D-backs shortstop Geraldo Perdomo is day-to-day for a knee injury suffered in yesterday's loss to the Yankees. The Suns are 6th in the West after a much-needed win against the Cavaliers, plus a Pelicans loss to the Magic yesterday. The Cardinals hosted former Alabama cornerback Terrion Arnold for a visit this week. They'll have ex-Washington receiver Rome Odunze in as well. I'm Seth Everett on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Join Fox Sports 910's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B for their Hoops Finals weekend in the new showroom at Talking Stick Resort. Win cash with free props and squares contests, plus 3 big screen TV giveaways. That's the Hoops Finals weekend at Talking Stick Resort, April 6th and 8th.
A homeowner just like you
decides
to fix his roof.
Okay.
He backs up his truck, ties one end of the rope to the bumper and the other to himself.
Smart.
He's working on the backside of the roof until...
What? Wait, no.
Yes, Dad was in tow.
Ooh, was he hurt?
A few bruises.
Hey, guys.
And his pride.
Save yourself with State 48 Roofing, offering maintenance, repairs, and replacements. Of course, like from residential to commercial. State48roofing.com.
Beat the heat with a patio misting system from Fogco. Let Fogco design the perfect misting system for your patio, pool, or leisure areas. Stay cool all summer with Fogco patio misters. Get a free quote at fogco.com. That's FOGCO.com. Fogco, serving the Valley for over 35 years.
Over the years, Lerner Rowe has helped over 150,000 injured people recover billions of dollars for their injuries and over $1 billion in the last 5 years alone. What does that mean to you when you're looking for an attorney to handle your personal injury case? That means that Lerner Rowe is a law firm that not only has experience, but the proven results to recover money for your injuries. The insurance companies know which attorneys won't put up a fight. When you call us, we call them, and they know they have to pay.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
This month's fever is here, and it might be time for that vasectomy. Call the experts. Purely Vasectomies. 844-NO-SPERM. 3 Valley locations. That's Purely Vasectomies at 844-NO-SPERM.
There's something that binds us all. The constant hunger to improve. The obsession with every detail. And the reward of a custom fitting taking your game to a whole new level. We're all bound by 2 words said by golfers worldwide.
Schedule your fitting at Vans Golf Shops. Find your local store at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Commit to one day and help keep ozone away. Idling causes air pollution. Please turn off your vehicle when waiting in long lines like school pickups and drive-thrus. You'll save on gas and breathe cleaner air. For more information, visit maricopa.gov/AQ.
Start clean with Clorox, because Clorox delivers a powerful clean.
He's there.
Every time. Because messes happen. Because the charcoal mask, great. Because I
Manuch.
put that on my face when I could drop it.
He's there.
This is what I get for multitasking.
Also, story just dropped from Gambo
Hello.
that Alex Morello apparently has sought out potential buyers for the
Need
Yotes.
to reschedule. I'll just stay off camera.
It's Gambo.
Ooh, yeah, that happens. So
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for somebody else to.
Available with the epic 56-inch touch-sensitive hype screen. The vehicle is all electric. The feeling is all Mercedes. Learn more at mbusa.com/EQS.
Johnson in there tries and rebound picked up by Newton. 16 straight misses.
Nice meeting you guys. See you, man.
Goody throws it away. Spencer Diarra. 2 minutes left. It's first. For DJ Birds. It's with the best of them. And his dad is
You're hot.
fantastic reactions throughout the game.
What time is UNC play on Saturday?
Ooh, ouch, Rock White. Ooh, man, they're not. They're home.
Really?
Yeah, they're home.
How'd they do last year in the
They
tournament?
I think they did not get a plane that brought them here.
Oh, okay.
I think that was the
Scott Williams now joins us.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
North Carolina Tar Heel. How you feeling this year, man? You had some hope there for a good weekend, right?
Well, I was recovering, so you just kicked me in my basketballs right there. You went that low of blood. You know I don't get paid for this here on the radio station. You know that someone's going to have to get me a gift card or something after that.
Done. We'll take care of that. Twin Peaks coming your way.
Brutal. I'm out here in Vegas with a bunch of North Carolina people. We're all commiserating that we couldn't come to Phoenix, the Valley of the Sun, so we left town to come to Vegas, and here you go throwing shots across the border.
It's probably you're up right now at 2:30 in Las Vegas. It's a little early. You just get brunch?
Yeah, well, those one-armed bandits haven't gotten all my cash just yet, so they haven't tired me to bed. But
Hey,
I am excited. I am excited about the basketball weekend. I said, but Tar Heels got smacked by a football squad. I swore I wasn't going to watch any more basketball, but this little gal, Caitlin Clark, and what she's doing in Iowa has been fantastic. 3,900 points, 1,000 assists, 540 3-pointers, and they got to take on the mighty UConn Huskies. That's got my attention for Friday, for sure.
So the same level as Pistol Pete, right? I mean, we could just make comparisons to Pistol Pete. If that's okay with Caitlin Clark.
Yeah. That would be pretty accurate. The way not only she scores the ball herself, but the way she can dish as well. So that's a pretty active.
Oh, come on! I was being facetious. Scotty. I mean, come on.
No,
I hate the comparisons.
What she's doing?
I get it at that level. Okay, for women's basketball, yes, she's the superstar. But why do people have to compare her to men's basketball?
I think that's a compliment, if anything else.
Okay, that's fair. I'll take that.
Seen another lady too. I get it, right? Let's try to stay within the right sectors. But honestly, and I've kind of dabbled at women's basketball. I fill in and do some stuff in the summer with the WNBA Phoenix Mercury. I've never seen a gal like this play the way that she does and handles the pressure. It's Jordanette, how she rises raises her game to meet and exceed the expectations put on her from one series to the next. What she had going with LSU and that Angel Reese, it reminded me of the old 80s basketball with Bird and Jordan.
Yep.
Bird and Johnson. Kind of resurrected the NBA back in the 80s. It was fun to watch.
I'll just say one thing. If you're going to watch their game tomorrow night, keep your eye on Paige Beckers from UConn.
Yeah.
She has a similar game, Scott, and she had 2 serious knee injuries, which took her out the last 2 years, and now she is back, and she plays a very similar game. It's going to be a great watch.
Yeah, she knows. She definitely knows how to get it cooking. And speaking of people that like to be in the kitchen, how about the matchup? And let's talk the men's game for a minute, because
please,
if Carolina can't win it, let's go over to NC State. You generally in boxing here in Vegas, they got the tail of the tape. Well, they got the tail of the scale between these two big guys that they got at NC State, between DJ Horn and at Purdue, the big Zach Edey. 7'4". Let me just read out some numbers for you since I wrote them down. 7'4", 300 pounds, 25 points per game, and 12.2 rebounds for Edey. And 6'9", 275, which I don't believe that young man's been 275 since his freshman year. Averages 12.6 points and 4 rebounds. Those guys, they don't need a cafeteria. They just eat in the paint. So this is going to be a fun game to watch as well if we switch over to the men's side.
When you look at that game, is it pretty much they're going to have to keep up with the pace of Purdue? That means NC State. I mean, the big fella down low, and how much if you got Zach Edey all over him and they can't get that little left-handed shot off, the little soft shot off, do they have the scores outside to compete with Purdue?
Yeah, I don't know if you remember the old and one basketball player. They called it the Escalade, and that's what DJ Horn Jr. reminds me of, right? This guy that doesn't look like he should be able to get it done, but he's incredibly light on his feet at 300. I'm gonna call him 300 pounds. The way he can move around the basket lane. Does not have any lift whatsoever. I don't think he could jump over the suitcase I packed for Vegas, but he still finds a way to use those broad shoulders to flip that little hook over bigger defenders. Can he do that over a 7'4" like Zach Edey? Yet to be seen. But don't count out NC State's little backcourt. They got some guys in that backcourt that can go as well. So I think it's going to be a good game. I think Purdue outlasts them in the end, and we're going to see a Purdue-UConn matchup just because I don't think Alabama can score with that buzzsaw that is the Huskies on the men's side.
All right, then let me follow up with what you just stated there. They have been winning, meaning the UConn Huskies, by 23 points a game. Do you expect Alabama to have any chance at all, or do you expect them to get blown out?
No, I think they're going to get the doors torn right off. I think that UConn squad is too strong. My North Carolina squad, as much as they like to run up and down, I think they made some mistakes in the second half of that game after having a 8-point halftime lead, trying to run with Alabama. I think that
3.
Oh God, what's his name? I hate to say Hurley because he didn't go to Duke, but I always think Bobby Hurley and that from Duke when I have to give out praise to his brother Dan over there. That Carolina Duke runs deep. Trust me, I was pulling for NC State last Saturday, whatever it was. But this is going to be a game where neither team's going to be able to stop each other. Defensively, I honestly just think UConn's offense is just too strong for Alabama.
And let's talk real quick about that 30-0 run that we saw the other night. I mean, that's an anomaly. That just doesn't happen in NCAA tournament. You might see a 15 or 20, but that 30-0 run, Scott, I mean, how would you describe that? And what is that consistency that UConn brings each and every game?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm watching the first half over at Twin Peaks over there at that marketplace. And by the time I got in my car and drove down to the D-backs game, I got this little dugout club down there that had the game on TV. And it hadn't even looked like whoever the hell they were playing had scored since halftime. And as all of a sudden I said, that's a 30-point margin of deficit that they're in. It was unbelievable. So I did not see how they got to that run and what they were scored inside against the free throw line where they knocked it down three. So I can't wax poetic on that, but I will say I've never seen anything like that in college in a game in a final eight. Like you might see that if Carolina plays the Citadel in the regular season back in November, but nothing like that when two teams are so highly matched up so well together here in the Elite Eight. So that gets just to my point that they have so many ways to get that ball in the basket. I just don't think that
1 minute
can keep up with.
29 red, buddy. 29 red. Put a C note down for me and 29 red.
That's the roulette number.
29 red.
All right, I will put $5 down on that just for you.
All right, and Scotty or Scooter, what did
we never got a chance. I didn't get to cheat with you. One quick shout out for the Lokes, because last time I was on, we were talking about Lokes hadn't even won a game in the tournament yet. So shout out to the Lokes and what Bryce Drew did at Grand Canyon this year. I think that I can't fail to mention that I was real proud of what they did over there. Geez, that was pretty impressive.
Absolutely, well deserved. Scott, seriously, thanks for.
I remember 29 red. I'm writing it down right now.
You got it, Scott. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Have fun. It's Scott Williams joining us, 3-time NBA champion. Follow him on Twitter at ScottWill42. He's been on like 10, 15 different teams, so I can only imagine playing roulette, what number he would use. He's got a lot of them. Hey, he's brought to you today by All City Towing. If you're looking for a new career for this year, go to allcitytowing.com and search careers. They're looking for new people to join their team. Just head to allcitytowing.com and search careers. That's All City Towing. Statewide service. They answer your call 24/7. allcitytowing.com. Coming up next, need a contestant to challenge one of the young ladies here at Twin Peaks in Tempe. Take the fifth caller at 602-260-9191, 602-260-9191. It's our Peaks picks, and today it's Suns, Timberwolves, NC State, Purdue, and Alabama, UConn. So we'll take your information off the air, but we'll take the fifth caller. She will take care of that. 602-260-9191. It's Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, Twin Peaks, Tempe.
Clear. This is the Herd. You're excited. I'm excited. With Colin Cowherd.
J.J. McCarthy, he says, game manager, exceptional management skills. Kirk Cousins is old, expensive, and not mobile. And he just got $45 million in Atlanta. J.J. McCarthy is young, cheap, and mobile. So Kevin O'Connell, the Vikings coach, who I think is going to go try to get McCarthy, he liked it.
This is the Herd. Tomorrow at 10. Listen to Fox Sports 910 anywhere on our free iHeartRadio app.
Make plans to join Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B for their Hoops Finals weekend at the new showroom at Talking Stick Resort. Win cash with free props and squares contests during all 3 games. Plus a big screen smart TV will be given away during each game. 3 big ones. That's cash and prizes just for watching the games in the new showroom and sportsbook in Talking Stick Resort. And best of all, it's free. It's the Hoops Finals weekend at Talking Stick Resort. Details at rockandmanuch.com.
In the fast lane of life, your fuel should keep up. Time to check out G2G protein bars, your ultimate grab-and-go meal replacement. Whether it's a workday, gym session, or navigating daily chaos, G2G has got you covered. Find them now at your local Costco in the refrigerated section, or explore all 8 fantastic flavors at G2GBar.com. Great tasting and packed with protein, so keep pace with life in the fast lane with G2G protein bars.
What's up, guys? Jason Payne, owner of State 48 Roofing. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, #SexyRoofStatus. At State 48 Roofing, we are family-owned and operated, born and raised in Arizona. We'd love to give back to our schools and community. Contact us at state48roofing.com.
Are you looking for a change in your career path or just looking to get back into the employment market again? Look no further. All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join their team. Current openings are in the areas of customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. If you're looking for a challenging yet rewarding opportunity, a great benefits program including 401k program with a generous company match, and a company that is a leader in the industry, apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call All City's HR department at 480-833-7278. All City Towing is Arizona's largest towing transport vehicle storage provider. locally owned and invested within the communities they service. If you enjoy helping others by providing great customer service, working as a team, and possess great communication skills, All City is for you. Apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call 480-833-7278. That's allcitytowing.com.
Hey, it's Gross. Join me, Bauer, and Jackson every Saturday from 11 to 1 live from the Sportsbook at the CAZ Sports Bar at Casino, Arizona for Take the Points. Powered by the Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar.
Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time, make coffee ice cubes for your cold brew, and wear goggles to cut onions. You also added Cox Mobile. So smart. Now you're running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability and saving on your Cox internet. It's ingenious, just like you. Aw, thanks. Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox postpaid internet required. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. to H 2023. Other restrictions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos. There. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Time for Peaks Picks, your weekly chance to win a $50 Twin Peaks man card by outscoring one of the beautiful Twin Peaks girls. Twin Peaks, the ultimate sports lodge and home of the 29-degree man-sized drafts. Twin Peaks, the best views in the game. Open in Scottsdale, Phoenix, Tempe, Glendale, and Deer Valley.
All right, Melinda here at Twin Peaks in Tempe, competing against Mike in Tempe. So let's fly through this. Suns, Timberwolves. Jax, who's Melinda going with?
She's going with the Suns.
Go with the Suns. Who'd Mike go with?
The Suns as well.
All right. NC State, Purdue.
She's a big DJ Burns fan. She went with NC State with the upset.
How do you know that? You weren't supposed to flirt with her. You're supposed to just get the
Why
pick.
not?
Rock, I'm trying.
He's single,
to get
man.
lucky here. He's a kid. He's
All
trying to
right,
get
my
lucky.
bad. All right, Shu, what'd Mike go with?
Based on what we were talking about off the air, I'm not surprised that he was flirting with the Purdue is the pick for Mike.
All right, Alabama, UConn.
She's going UConn 89-88. Close game.
Woo. All right. And
Mike,
Melinda?
UConn 96-81.
I mean, Mike. Okay. 96-81.
Ooh,
All right, there
man.
you go. Twin Peaks, by the way, thanks to our friends at Bad Birdie Juicy Golden Ale by Four Peaks Brewery. Specials during the entire tournament at all 5 Twin Peaks locations, and they are part of our Fan Pick'em. We got a 4-team Pick'em going on right now. All you can do is go to fanpick'em.com and click on the 4-team button, and you can get in to play for a $100 Twin Peaks gift card. Go to fanpick'em.com. You got till 3 o'clock on Saturday to get your picks in for both Saturday's games and on Monday. So we're done with the stupid dad stuff, right?
Why? No.
Why?
No, Rock. No, it's
You sent us
look forward to-
the link. I looked at it. I thought it was hilarious.
what link? Every Thursday.
I didn't send you a link.
Yes, you did.
About
Or
3
not
weeks
the-
ago you
yeah,
did.
Yeah, you
About what? To give us an idea.
Stupid dad joke.
Oh.
Yeah, what it's all about. Yeah, we were like, okay.
Yeah.
It's like story time with
No,
Rock.
man, I'm dialed in.
So you want me to do more of it?
Yeah, man,
absolutely.
let's rock. Come
All
on.
right, Shu.
Time for Rock's really bad dad joke of the day. I mean, really bad. Like, really bad. Here's Rock.
These are pretty bad today.
What's the bad dad joke?
I'll start really bad.
Okay.
That's the whole point. The whole
That's
point is
it.
for them to be
All
really
right,
bad.
there's multiple today.
Uh-oh.
Which sport is always in trouble? Which sport is always in trouble?
Hold on, we can get this, guys. Let's just
Come on.
think
In
about
trouble? Man, you got me. I mean, they're all pretty good to me. I never thought the sport would be in trouble.
Which sport is always in trouble?
Swimming, because you're drowning.
No. Badminton.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Hey,
Okay.
what happens when you touch Dwayne Johnson's butt?
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
What happens when you touch Dwayne Johnson's butt?
He knocks you out.
No.
Yeah.
He hit rock bottom.
Ah! That was his best move as a WWE wrestler.
6:30 is the best on the clock, hands down.
Oh, I get it.
I'm currently writing a documentary on how to fly a plane. We're currently filming the pilot. Very clever. Why do dogs float in water?
Oh, man.
Why do dogs float in water?
Oh, man. Got me, Rock.
Because they're always good boys. Good boys. Did you hear the joke about deja vu? Did you hear the joke about deja vu?
No. Oh, deja vu all over again. I get it. I think you did there, Rock. I get it.
Okay, we're done. That was weak.
Those are good.
You guys wanted them.
No, I like them.
We asked for it.
We did.
Yeah.
You asked for them.
Yeah.
I mean, I try to only take a few minutes up. I could talk about a couple noodles is releasing a new ramen flavor. Everything bagel with cream cheese.
Everything bagel with cream cheese.
Yeah.
I haven't had ramen since, I don't know,
Top ramen.
I'm like
25, 30 years.
probably a week and a half ago.
I don't. Yeah, I
It's
like
like a
it.
treat.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah. The top, it's kind of like, I remember during those very single poor days, I'm going to have 3 of them tonight.
We've all been there.
Make a salad and 3 top ramens.
Hey, today is National Burrito Day, and a couple places that I got some deals. Chipotle has got it's offering their rewards members free delivery. Wow.
Oh, well,
Thanks. Del Taco is rewarding the members who spend $10 at a participating location. And if you do that, you get a free burrito.
okay. Yeah.
El Polo Loco.
El Pollo Loco.
They got a bunch of deals. One of them is you buy one, get one for their reward members.
Okay. Yeah.
Taco Bell, you buy one burrito on their app, get the second one half price.
Like
That's a joke. If you're going to do a BOGO, do it right. You buy one, you get one. Period.
Yes,
Yeah, there's always that proverbial catch,
I
just to
agree.
make sure you get that marketing number to get
Sure.
you out there, all that good stuff.
Also on this day, 17 years ago,
Okay.
and I know not Manuch, but Jimmy B will have a story. 2007, Don Imus crossed the line on his radio show,
Yes.
insulting the entire Rutgers women's basketball team
Easy.
Yes.
Easy.
by referring to them with
No.
a sexist
Yes.
and racially
Thank you.
offensive term.
He
Let's
did.
not repeat what he said.
No,
No.
we won't. But it was awful
He was fired
Yep.
from CBS and MSNBC.
and deserved.
3 minutes.
Is he still around?
I don't know.
He used to have a ranch in New Mexico.
I think he was trying to come back on some kind of podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah, a podcast but he
Looked like
was.
if he's still alive.
Yeah, that was.
He died in 2019.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, he's not doing many
Sorry to hear
podcasts.
that.
Man. Yeah.
You're so unique because I would listen to WFAN in New York, and he was the morning show.
Correct.
Then all the rest was sports. So he had a talk show on the #1 sports station in the country. #1.
And he had Warner Wolf, who would do his sports updates for him
I don't know who that
at
is.
that time. Warner Wolf, he was a longtime TV broadcaster in New York City.
Okay.
He dominated. Let's go to the videotape.
Why didn't
That
you
was
ever
the
make it to New York?
I did as a play-by-play guy.
Wait, when? Who? What team?
I did ESPN stuff.
You did that's Bristol. Why didn't you never got a Channel 2 in New York or Channel 11?
He got the Buffalo. I mean, it's New York.
No, it's not. That's like Yuma in Arizona.
Worked San Francisco, worked Dallas.
No,
not
San
New
Francisco.
York.
It goes New York, LA, Chicago, then everybody else.
It was Imus was that edgy guy that was trying to put it out there, and came back to haunt him eventually, trying to say that and be out there. I mean, you think of some of the shock jocks.
Well, he was just one of the first to get caught.
Yes.
Yeah, he got busted on that one there too. That things are starting to become more politically correct about
That's
that.
kind of what
Rock.
made that was probably one of the first things that happened that kind of changed
Yes, I agree.
everyone's world on what you could say or not say.
Exactly right.
So-called freedom of speech doesn't matter anymore.
But his statement was way over the top, way outlandish.
And he thought, and he went out there. I don't know if it was obviously on purpose.
It's so funny. I want to read it because
I know.
It's just
I know.
it's right in front of me.
No,
yeah, but
no,
it's just
50 seconds left.
I know it's like sitting right there. I'm like,
have to hit the dump button.
No, I did. You can't. No one will hear it then.
No.
The insinuation itself was pretty bad. But you're right. That was kind of Oh, man, we can't say that anymore because.
Well, did you guys talk about Paul Pierce yesterday?
No, we didn't. We're getting about that. I
referenced.
You did.
Yes.
How did you reference it?
I just referenced that he went out of his way to make sure that he brought the race card into the issue.
He didn't. Not on our show. What show did you do that?
Did you go to? Do you still do that Iowa show?
No.
Yeah, you do it on our
What
show.
show did you do that?
I did it here.
During R3.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
No.
I thought we referenced that. It was on the rundown.
No, it was on the rundown. We didn't go through it.
What do you guys do
Jimmy.
like when I'm not here?
Clear.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B has been sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing.
Hey, this is Kelly Cooper. Are you ready for the ultimate sports experience? Look no further than BKD's Backyard Joint. At BKD's, we're the destination for the best food, drinks, and sports experience in the Valley. Located at the corner of Pecos and McQueen and Chandler, BKD's Backyard Joint, where every day is game day.
There are many signs that you may be in financial trouble. Late mortgage payments, paying bills from your retirement account, or paying one credit card with another. If you're experiencing financial hardship, bankruptcy may be right for you. The credit industry wants you to believe that bankruptcy is bad and will destroy your credit forever, but that's just not true. At Lerner Rowe Law Group, we'll take the time to carefully examine your situation and develop a plan that is right for you. Call Lerner Rowe Law Group today for a free consultation.
Lerner Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Sean Forster, Managing Attorney.
Join Fox Sports 910's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B for their Hoops Finals weekend in the new showroom at Talking Stick Resort. Win cash with free props and squares contests, plus 3 big screen TV giveaways. That's the Hoops Finals weekend at Talking Stick Resort, April 6th and 8th.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now, like Alt 2K, a commercial-free look back to alternative from the 2000s. Just search Alt 2K and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Free never sounded so good.
Hello, Phoenix. We have some exciting news. Local high school sports has a new home right here on Fox Sports 910 AM. The Coach B and Eternal radio show can now be heard right here on Fox Sports 910 every Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m. Don't miss it.
Mom, I got the job in Manhattan.
Do you have a warm enough winter coat? What about your car?
I'm selling it with Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer.
How?
I enter my license plate number, miles, condition, upload photos, and boom, an official cash offer from a local dealership.
A cash offer instantly? Oh, did you call Aunt Stella? She's right there in Massachusetts.
Mom, I literally just got the job.
Not everything is as simple as selling your car with Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer. Price it, fix it, trade it, sell it, KBB.com it.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a walk-off grand slam or a base hit to center field. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
If spring allergies keep you trapped inside, then you need Navage Nasal Care to keep you breathing clearly and enjoying all the beauties of spring. Navage helps clear nasal passages that are often clogged because of seasonal allergies. Navage gently flushes a pure, refreshing saline solution through your nasal passages to clear out congestion, sucking out that springtime pollen and other irritants trapped in your nose. Navage is available online at Navage.com or in stores at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, Navage.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Tomorrow from 10 to 1. This is KGME Phoenix, KDSC HD3 Phoenix. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your sports talk, podcasts, and music. Free never sounded so good.
Cardinals hosted former Alabama cornerback Terrion Arnold for a visit this week. They'll have ex-Washington receiver Rome Odunze in as well. Purdue, North Carolina State, UConn, and Alabama will hold open team practices tomorrow at State Farm Stadium prior to their respective Final Four tilts Saturday. D-backs shortstop Geraldo Perdomo is day-to-day for a knee injury suffered in yesterday's loss to the Yankees. The Suns are 6th in the West after a much-needed win against the Cavaliers, plus a Pelicans loss to the Magic yesterday. I'm Seth Everett on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For tonight, look for partly cloudy skies, temperatures dipping into the low 50s, and then for your Friday, much cooler as a cold front moves in, dropping those temperatures to only the upper 60s with breezy conditions. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com. With over 100 online casino-style games, Chumba Casino is your go-to destination for nonstop entertainment. Play for fun and play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void or prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B is sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing. It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Tempe, located in the Tempe Marketplace.
Real cordial.
Calling all sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Proudly sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing and is powered by the injury attorneys Lerner and Rowe. In a wreck and need a check? Make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900. And always online at lernerandrowe.com. Now time for Calling All Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on Sports 910.
Hope you're having a great Thursday. Welcome all those bikers that are listening to us right now. Appreciate it. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Watch out for the bikers, folks.
Everywhere's
Watch out for the bikers. They're everywhere, and they own the road for this weekend. So be careful.
They are styling and profiling, that's for sure, too, Rock. They are decked out.
Can't wait this weekend. Get to pull out my leather jacket, my leather pants, my boots, my hat, my gloves, my special glasses.
Your chaps.
Get your chaps. Got to get
chaps.
chaps.
Do you have your colors on your leather jacket, Roc and Manuch?
No, I don't do any promotion because I'm incognito. When I got the hog out there, I'm just doing my thing.
I've never had
just like the Phoenix Open. It's my clone that's out there. My twin brother.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
I've never been ridden a Harley. I have ridden a crotch rocket a couple of times, but never a Harley.
I was always told many years ago, never tell anybody that I had a moped growing up.
Why not?
People have said that you don't say that. You don't tell anybody that you had a moped.
You're just a young guy, Rock, trying to get around.
I was delivering the Philadelphia Inquirer.
Yeah, man.
My paper route. The moped got me through quick.
There you go.
You need an electric bike.
At that age, Rock, you were like, wow, Morocco's got a moped. I got a damn 10-speed. Morocco can drive.
I didn't even have that. I had a Schwinn.
I had a Gorelli. It was a my brother had Safari and a Pook. Yeah, if you guys know your mopeds. It was big in South Jersey. Mopeds were big.
Big in Bermuda, too. We got around in Bermuda. My first honeymoon was in Bermuda.
I may have you had.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Twice. Just two.
What's the next one?
Never. Yeah, I told Lloyd this is going to work no matter what.
Hey, Booker went off for 40 last night as the Suns crushed the Cavs. You probably heard that by now, 122-101. He's had a heck of a week so far, 52 points. It's like the switch just went on for both Durant and Book, and it seems to me that Vogel's like, all right, hell with trying to figure out chemistry with this team. Let's just have these two guys carry the team, and let's go. And let Beal bring up the ball.
That's what he's doing in last night's game.
Yes, let's go. We could have all done that.
Yep, he had 7 assists. Bradley Beal did. And I think that assist total will start to climb as well. But you are indeed going to see big nights from Durant and from Book the rest of the way.
I think, sometimes head coaches go, look, I got these big 3 guys. I want to make sure they get theirs. Well, that's the point now. You just got to win. So leave your egos at the door. All right, Bradley Beal, if we need you to be the point, you got to sacrifice some points. We need you to be more assists, more defensive help, and let these 2 superstars have theirs. Let them get their points, 52 and 40 points. At that point, this is a team game. I think for Bradley Beal, he's like, hey, whatever I can do to help. And I just say Frank Vogel was trying to make sure that everybody got their points, got involved, and now it's like we got to win, so got to go to plan B. All right, Bradley, you bring it up, you distribute. Let's pass the ball, move the ball, and that's the other thing, too. This is the most ball movement I think we've seen these last couple of games, as opposed to when they, 5, 8 in a row, almost a month ago. But Bill's the instigator for that. So that's another thing, too.
We always joke around in the NBA. It's really a 2-minute game. some may say a 5-minute game. You really don't have to tune into the last 5 minutes.
Right.
Is that the case with the last 10 games of the season? Because look what's going on in L.A.
Yeah.
With AD and LeBron. I mean, they're 8-2 their last 10.
They are, and
I'm worried about that.
You should be. And on this road trip, they went 5-1 on this 6-game road trip. The game they lost, they lost the last 30 seconds against Indiana. So,
but Minnesota, who they have next, they're 8-2 in the last 10. Nuggets 7-3.
Yes,
as the Suns are too. Mavericks, same thing. They're hot.
Yep.
It's like these teams that have these superstars are like, all right, it's April, let's go.
Time to kick it in, fellas. It's that time, and I think that's
even Golden State's 7-3 in their last 10.
I think that's a valid point. All right, it's go time.
Lakers are going to be a problem.
We're
They
paying
really
you guys
will.
some 30-some, 40-some $million. The onus is on you. You two, you three, whatever. And around the league, you're seeing that. Okay, we got 6-7 games left. We want to definitely, if we can, stay out of the play-in scenario. And currently, the Suns are in 6th place right now because they got the tiebreaker over the Pelicans, so they play again on Sunday. So yeah, it's like, okay, fellas, stay healthy. Hopefully, nobody gets hurt. And I think the complementary value around those two individuals, especially when Bradley Beal, is going to be valid to make sure that they can continue to win out.
I can say this about the Western Conference. It is 10 times better than the Eastern Conference. You have a terrific team in the Boston Celtics. You have a good team in Milwaukee. Now that Joel Embiid is back with the Sixers, that is going to boost them back up again. But you got guys hurt for the Knicks. Julius Randle's out. He's had shoulder surgery. He's not going to be able to play. So the cards for the Celtics have all fallen in the right direction. Out west, everybody now is playing up to their capabilities, and that's why the West is best.
The key is with this Pelicans to win, to have the tiebreaker over them.
Mm-hmm.
I know they have a tough schedule remaining as well as the Suns do. Well, I think they're 5-5 in the last 10. So that was big. I mean, these wins are big the last 2 days or 3 days.
Well, on top of that, the Clippers are struggling right now.
They are.
They're 5-5. And, you just kind of, if you can catch somebody, it's just, sometimes it's all about the timing. If you get healthy at the right time, you start to get your chemistry. And the chemistry, if it's going to be KD and Book, and Bill, you do your thing, we get support from all the other guys. Grayson doesn't play. Look at O'Neal last night. I mean, that kid, he goes off as far as 3 points.
As he started because Grayson Allen was out with a hip injury.
With the bad hip. And so now you look at, okay, the depth has been developed. A lot of guys have played because of the injuries, whether it be Book or Bradley Beal. KD, for all intents and purposes, has been pretty healthy, all things considered, knock on wood. And I think that's where the depth of this bench, where spot starters here and there, will really come into fruition with these last 6 games for the Suns team.
Yotes last night fell to Canucks 2-1. They have Vegas tomorrow to close out their 7-game homestand. 7-game homestand. So they fell to 31-39-5 on the season. So not good. That game down the wire as Connor Garland, who used to play for the Yotes, he had the winning goal with just under 2 minutes to play. So that was somewhat of a bummer for the Yotes. But we'll see what happens. Hey, bet the game. Watch the game. The Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. They got 3 live betting windows, 6 self-service betting kiosks, plus 8 screens displaying all the betting lines. Check it out. 101 of McKellips. Also, Talking Stick. They have now moved their sports book. I went in there yesterday for the grand opening of the showroom where we'll be on Saturday, and they have moved their sports book into a different part of the casino. It was like a little kiosk for a while. They move it over to the left part of the casino when you go in. It is gigantic, absolutely gigantic. You got to check it out. And then the showroom where we will be on Saturday and Monday, also 93 televisions in just that one area.
It's going to be great.
Not bad.
It's going to be great.
And the screens are huge, so you guys are really going to get a treat to see how big Manuch's nose is on the screen, because it's going to just be so gigantic.
And my nose, your forehead, right?
That's right. That's right. We don't have my butt chin right here.
I'm excited to be over there to see the transformation from that place. And, you get the first game with NC State taking on Purdue. And that, that's just one of those, can NC State keep the magic going? Can the big fella down low and But you got the two big guys.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see Burns and Edey bang up on each other the entire game. And then I'm hoping that we do get a Purdue-UConn matchup because I want to see Edey and Klingon, their 7-foot center, play against each
And I
other.
think most people want to see the best of the best.
Yes.
But you just, if they can take it down to the wire, if NC State can take them down to the wire, just never know at the particular. Look at DJ Horn did the last couple minutes of that game.
Absolutely.
I mean, he just was all over that little soft little floater with that left hand. What's he pushing now? 300 somewhere in there? 280, 300?
Don't you think most people want to see UConn Purdue on Monday?
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
What if it is NC State, Alabama?
I think it'll lose.
I think the ratings will still be any good?
I think they'll be
the women's
okay.
may pass it.
Oh, yeah, the women's rating will pass it. But especially if Caitlin Clark is in the final against South Carolina.
Yeah, I think people really want to see the two best, whatever sport that is.
Sure.
So you can't say, well, yeah, they beat them once, but if we played them 9 out of 10 times, you would have Purdue beat NC State, or you'd have, you see it the other way around in reference to who would win 9 out of 10 games.
So again, as I mentioned, Saturday out at Talking Stick Resort in their new showroom, we're doing free props, free squares, giving away 3 big screen TVs. It's a great promotion. Hopefully you'll join us. We're going to be hosting a private event before it all gets started with Tom Chambers. Hopefully Tom will stick around, shake some hands, kiss some babies, so to speak. I have some sports business news I'm going to get into. We'll continue with the college basketball theme as Fox Sports announced a new postseason men's tournament. And a top college basketball player was rumored to transfer to one particular school, but they didn't pay him enough. So he decided not to transfer. We'll tell you what that's all about next, plus our Learner Row 1 call. It's Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B from Twin Peaks in Tempe.
Tomorrow
Clear
drive.
Craig Morgan's also kind of weighed in on this Coyotes thing.
The way back in, kind of back in, or still not at all in on
Anybody there?
Is a championship contender. 6:05 on the drive. Fox Sports 910 and your free iHeartRadio app.
Valley traffic from the Valley Toyota Dealers Traffic Center.
Crash on the Red Mountain, 202 westbound near Scottsdale Road. A wreck eastbound 10 near 7th Street sitting off right. A wreck southbound 17 around Indian School. And a crash with injuries in the West Valley, 99th Avenue and Bell.
This report is sponsored by Discover. As humans, we like having options. One option you might like is speaking with a real person when you call about your credit card. With 24/7 live U.S.-based customer service from Discover, everyone can talk to a real person anytime, day or night. Limitations apply. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Make plans to join Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B for their Hoops Finals weekend at the new showroom at Talking Stick Resort. Win cash with free props and squares contests during all 3 games. Plus a big screen smart TV will be given away during each game. 3 big ones. That's cash and prizes just for watching the games in the new showroom and sportsbook in Talking Stick Resort. And best of all, it's free. It's the Hoops Finals weekend at Talking Stick Resort. Details at rockandmanuch.com.
Upper Crust Pizza and Patio Wine Bar on the southeast corner of Cave Creek and the 101. Happy hour 7 days a week, 4 to 7, with $5.50 house wines and well drinks, $4.75 drafts, plus tons of food specials. Upper Crust Pizza and Patio Wine Bar.
Life's a sprint, and you need a quick pick-me-up. Meet G2G Protein Bars, the ultimate grab-and-go meal replacement. Whether you're hustling in the office, enjoying a day on the links, or conquering the
you talking about the Craig stuff?
G2G is your...
Yeah, I've got it all here if you want me to do it.
At your local Costco's refrigerated section.
Okay, because I can kind of phrase it in a good way.
Flavors at G2GBar.com. Quick, delicious, and power-packed. G2G Protein Bars, setting the pace for your energetic lifestyle.
There's some.
Yes, I know how to set it up correctly.
The constant.
I'm going to say it without saying it.
Improve the obsession with every detail and the reward of a custom.
Craig kind of threw cold water on it with his tweet.
At worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
Whether you're looking for a bay window.
Yeah, you might be committed to winning the land and keeping the team.
Open team practices will be held for the Final Four teams tomorrow at Glendale, Arizona's State Farm Stadium, prior to Saturday's action. Purdue and Alabama pursue their first ever titles, while NC State looks to copy the 1983 title team with one of their own. UConn goes for their second consecutive one and 6th overall. Former Cardinals exec Terry McDonough is suing owner Michael Bidwell for defamation. I'm Seth Everett.
Three-time Pro Bowler LeVar Arrington. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Staples Stores. Staples Print Big Sale means the more you print, the more you save. Get $20 off your print purchase of $100 or more, $50 off your print purchase of $200 or more, and $100 off your print purchase of $300 or more. Offer ends 4/6. See staples.com/print for details. Print more, save more at Staples.
It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Tempe, located in the Tempe Marketplace. It's the Lerner and Rowe. One call, that's all.
Evan Booker
all
from
of
last
the day. If you're looking for a full-service law firm, just make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900. Lerner and Rowe, voted Arizona's best law firm.
They force a turnover in transition. Booker, quick catch and shoot. He went for 40. He got 40. And that's the dagger. 92 points in the last
You're hot.
2 games for Devin Booker.
How about that? Thanks to ESPN with a call last night as the Suns crush the Cavs. Good win there. Well, there's been some noise regarding the Arizona Coyotes and the owner possibly kicking the tires to maybe sell this team. And Chris Schubert with the latest.
Never easy, guys, being a Coyotes fan. So there was a report that dropped about, 45 minutes ago from another person in this market who works at another radio station. That's all I'll say. You guys can probably put the pieces together of who I'm referencing. And that story got dropped. We were kind of keeping an eye on it behind the scenes here. Craig Morgan of PHNX, who covers the Yotes better than anybody, covers any team in this market, just the best at this, put out a tweet 33 minutes ago saying, I don't know what you want me to say about the latest report, folks. No time frame cited for when these discussions might have happened. No sources cited at all. And other than that, no new information. Approach with skepticism, but continue to pay attention. That's all I've got. That was about a half hour ago. Okay, didn't really have a whole lot for us to go with on the air. Didn't really have a whole lot more to add. Well, about 5 minutes ago, Craig quote tweeted his own tweet, and this is a statement from the team. Quote, Arizona Coyotes chairman and governor Alex Morello is fully committed to winning the upcoming land auction and keeping the Coyotes in NHL hockey in Arizona. This has always been the sole focus of Coyotes ownership, and it will remain that way into the future.
So, wait, you missed the line. I think you missed the line.
No,
we are not selling the team. Where's that?
You're looking for the line that says, the report is false. I am not interested in selling the team. And hold on, let me just check.
Okay, not there.
Not there, yeah.
Jeez.
As
our world
have
turns.
we heard this before, Rock? Have we heard this before? We are, basically we're committed to buy. Well, is that for today? Is you're committed today to go buy that land or attempt to buy that land? I mean, I hear that now and just go, I'm not, until I see somebody, buy that land, commit to building their stadium.
Shovel. It's got to be a shovel.
Exactly. Whatever. Everything.
Literally a shovel.
You know what? Everything's on the table. Everything is on the table. So if there's smoke, there's fire. I've always believed that. You kind of go.
Especially with this organization.
Exactly right. So, okay, that you may
what is the value of this team? What could he get for this team? Is it $800 million, $900 million? Is it the B word yet? I mean, if they were going to pick it up,
the original report had the B word in there.
Yes,
billion.
it did. So that is to keep it here or just to take it somewhere?
Good point, right there.
Is it worth the same if it's here with no arena?
I believe that it would not be. I believe that if the team is sold and moves to Utah, Salt Lake
hypothetically,
City. Salt Lake City. Houston has been referenced, obviously, as well. Then I believe that B word would definitely be attached to the Coyotes at that time.
I'd agree, Jimmy. What value do you have playing in a 5,000-seat arena?
That's my point.
You don't have any.
At least according to Sportico, the average NHL franchise is worth $1.01 billion.
Okay.
So what did he buy it for?
Oh man, was it 200?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
239
it wasn't a lot.
or something.
It wasn't a lot.
Well, you got a bargain. You got to remember this thing came out of bankruptcy. Then you had the last group that had it.
Right.
He took it off their hand. Literally, he came in and took it off their hands. I don't know what kind of deal. I can't recollect. But he gave him I think it was a below market value. Morello, the billionaire he is, coming in. And I'll give him credit. He was already going Tempe, buy that, clean the site out for $60 million.
Yep.
Build it with his own money, do the development, do the whole 9 yards. Now he's probably going, well, maybe the hockey gods aren't smiling on me. So I think that when you look at something like this, he goes, okay, if somebody's approached him and word's out that somebody has, and this is out there, well, I'm sure they're going to come out and say, look, we're committed to buying that land. To your point, Rock, we didn't hear anybody say, we are not selling the team, we're not moving. We're committed to staying in Arizona with this ownership group.
What's interesting is when Andrew Barroway bought the team, 51% of it in 2014. He got it for $170 million. It's not that long ago, and at the time it was valued at $305 million. But Shoe's telling me down the horn here that $300 million is what Morello bought it for.
Paid for it.
But I think Barroway bought it from the NHL, right? They gave him a discount. I think
they just wanted to get it sold.
Well, yeah, it was at a major discount. He bought it below market because
it was $300 million.
Yeah, because Bettman wanted to keep the team here.
Correct.
And Barroway had like 49 partners. Rock. There was a ton of partners in this. He was a majority owner. I remember when they had their ownership meeting, there was a ton.
He got a good deal on it because Forbes had reported that he got it for $300 million, and most of the initial reports said it was worth $400 to $450, and he got that great deal. Maybe because of the
bankruptcy
and everything else.
Well, they were. I think people came in and heck, Rock. I remember during the bankruptcy, how many people did we interview that were supposed going to be the buyers of this Coyotes team, and the numbers got a little high to the 250, 300, $400 million. But on top of it, Bettman was only give somebody a deal. And then at that time, you remember they had the lease was in hand with Gila River Arena, right? So now with a 5,000 seat arena, there's not that value.
They're number 32 when it comes to the ranking according to Forbes, and it says the team value is $500 million. He's going to ask for $1 billion. He paid $300. His revenue is $120. His operating income is $19 million. Players' expense is $54 million. He makes only $24 million on gate. I mean, how do you make any money when you got a 5,000 seat arena?
I can't. If somebody I cannot see $1 billion price for the Yotes. I just can't. I mean, if it's 500 to 800 or whatever, and that owner, if a guy came and said, "Look, Alex, we'll buy this from you tomorrow because we want to keep the team in Phoenix, and we'll go pick up the scenario," or you go get that development, you go get that property bought, you go get that deal done, and then maybe there's more value to meet your $1 billion price. At that point, then we'll come in and buy it out from underneath you, knowing that that's done, and then we can proceed.
So, guys, only one team has moved owners since Morello bought the Yotes for $300 million. That would be the Ottawa Senators. That purchase price was $950 million.
Forbes has all these breakdowns. Revenue per fan. What do you think the revenue per fan is for an Arizona Coyote? So that includes everything. Like if you're going to go, what the average is. The revenue.
Are we talking about one night?
One person. Just one person. Overall revenue.
One night game.
Revenue per fan. I can't give you more than that. I can give you.
I'll say $65.
Okay, that's fair.
I'll go about 125.
Shoot.
Man, I think those numbers are good, but I think they're both high. I'm going to go $32.
I'm going to go $1. Price is right at.
Very funny. All right, Jimmy. Jeez. You made it tomorrow in the rewind. $9.
$9?
$9. The team ahead of them is the number 31 Buffalo Sabres is $84.
Oh, see, yeah.
$9 is what you're making per cap.
For parking. No, they probably don't get parking money because they have to park at ASU.
$40 a park over there.
Yeah, I can't see nobody coming in and paying $1 billion. If it's value,
you'd be surprised.
Well, if
somebody from Canada or somewhere else that wants a team so bad, they want to pay $1 billion so they can say they bought the team for $1 billion, and then they can turn around and sell it
Wouldn't you rather wait to be an expansion team? Seattle Kraken were $650 million. The Vegas Golden Knights were $500 million. Wouldn't you rather wait and be a part of that? Those two were success stories.
I understand it, but don't you have to pay a franchise fee, which is going to be millions and millions and millions of dollars?
I also don't have the baggage of everything that's happened for the last decade. I have a brand new market, a new city, a nice new arena. I don't have to worry about anything, and I have a fan base probably in a city that's absolutely ready for me.
All right, I understand your point, but you never really know when the NHL is going to say, okay, we're going to expand. This way, you have a team with players, with a coaching staff that would come to your city.
Yeah, burn the hand. We're two in the bush. And
hockey's doing well. In last year, NHL franchise values increased by 31%. That's a huge number. And as I said, it's $1 million. Each team's worth $1 million. That's what Morello's probably looking at. He goes, if the average is $1 million, and they're going to pick up this team and move it somewhere else. If they go to Utah, they're going to have the same success as Vegas and Seattle.
Yes, they will.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I just got to believe that if that report from sources, what have you, is out there, I think there's something to that. I think that they'll look at the overall
I
scenario.
totally believe the story.
I think there's something there because you and I have been doing this for 19 years. Hell, 15 of it has been dealt with the Yotes. We've seen anything possible. Bankruptcy, sale, potential sale. That anytime I hear this, all right, there's something going on here.
All I want before they leave, just want to ride the Zamboni in between the periods. Just one time.
I like us to go and just drop the puck.
Sure you have, Jimmy.
It's fun.
I guess just go out there, Roc and Manuch and Jimmy B just drop the puck just one time.
No, I don't care about dropping the puck. I want to clean that ice just one time, just so I can see the other people that are around that are cleaning the ice with me.
Just
what do they call those people?
Ice cleaners.
Yeah, no, they got a term. Coyotes have a pretty good group that does that.
Yes, they do.
So they do a hell of a job.
The Zamboni's fun. I will tell you that. You should do that before you leave this earth. Make that a bucket list item.
Why do you think I just brought it up on the radio, hoping that somebody hears
star
it?
in this
You
town.
ruined it by just keep talking about
You're
it.
a media star in this
No,
town.
I'm far from it.
You should have that
Yeah,
opportunity.
billboards on the 101.
Yeah.
101 and 202. How big are we? Yeah. We got one for Twin Peaks. We got one for Fan Pick'em. We got one for the Final Four. How about that?
We're
Big
everywhere.
time. I mean, the suits upstairs really believe in us.
Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate that.
Wow. Howard Balzer is going to join us next. Talk about the Arizona Cardinals as they signed a wide receiver today. What a joke.
Clear. What's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix?
Sports Day Coyotes owner Alex Borrello has spoken with potential buyers to gauge the franchise's market value. They're back in action versus the Golden Knights tomorrow. The Cardinals hosted former Alabama cornerback Terrion Arnold for a visit this week. They'll have ex-Washington receiver Rome Odunze in as well. Purdue, North Carolina State, UConn, and Alabama will hold open team practices tomorrow at State Farm Stadium prior to their respective Final Four tilts Saturday. Diamondback shortstop Geraldo Perdomo is day-to-day for a knee injury suffered in yesterday's loss to the Yankees. I'm Seth Everett on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For tonight, look for partly cloudy skies, temperatures dipping into the low 50s, and then for your Friday, much cooler as a cold front moves in, dropping those temperatures to only the upper 60s with breezy conditions. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Bay Alarm.
When it comes to your business, protect what matters most with Bay Alarm. They'll work with you to design the right security system and send their expert technicians to install it. Worry less about your people and your property with Bay Alarm because they got you. To learn more, visit bayalarm.com.
Investing in a high-quality misting system from Fogco will be the coolest decision you ever make for your home patio, pool area, or commercial property. Fogco, the Valley's original manufacturer of high-pressure fog systems, is one of the pioneers in the misting industry for over 35 years. Let Fogco transform your outdoor living and entertainment areas into a cool and soothing tropical showcase. If you're looking for quality, reliability, and value, get a free quote at fogco.com. That's FOGCO.com.
Postseason college hoops are here. Watch all the games at Twin Peaks. Enjoy incredible Bad Birdie Juicy Golden Ale draft specials from Fort Peaks Brewing during all the games. Plus, sign up for a free Win 910 on 910 bracket contest at fanpick'em.com. Win Twin Peaks fan cards at all rounds. Twin Peaks, your basketball headquarters.
Hi, I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Recently, Lerner & Rowe was named the second most influential law firm in the United States. Although we have offices in other parts of the country, Glenn and I both live here and raise our families here. We are your local law firm. No other law firm in the state comes close to the experience, reputation, and results as Lerner & Rowe. When you're hurt in a wreck and need a check, call the law firm that can get you the results you need. Call Lerner & Rowe.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Rock for WrightToyota.com. At Wright Toyota, they'd like you to get to know them. Their goal is to make buying your next vehicle the kind of experience that earns your recommendation to family and friends. They invite you to use all of their innovative web tools on WrightToyota.com. So if you're looking for a new or pre-owned Toyota, head to their interactive website at WrightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection, all at WrightToyota.com.
This month's fever is here, and it might be time for that vasectomy. Call the experts. Purely Vasectomies. 844-NO-SPERM. 3 Valley locations. That's Purely Vasectomies at 844-NO-SPERM.
Get ready for double the fun on the 101. Introducing the Salt River Rewards Program at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort, the Valley's newest and best. With multiple tiers and endless benefits, we've got something for everyone. Don't miss out on the excitement. Salt River Rewards, the Valley's premier player rewards program, now at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort. 2 properties, 1 amazing club, offering limitless fun on the 101. Discover the best in the Valley at saltriverrewards.com.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Charles Barkley in a pickup game.
We'll take Barkley.
First pick. Sorry, kids.
Yep, even easier than that. With
He's
no
there.
fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision?
Okay, here's the plan. Pass me the ball every time.
This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
If spring allergies keep you trapped inside, then you need Navage Nasal Care to keep you breathing clearly and enjoying all the beauties of spring. Navage helps clear nasal passages that are often clogged because of seasonal allergies. Navage gently flushes a pure, refreshing saline solution through your nasal passages to clear out congestion, sucking out that springtime pollen and other irritants trapped in your nose. Navage is available online at Navage.com or in stores at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, Navage.
Doug Gottlieb here. Just like in basketball, a successful game plan starts with having the right players. The MVP team at Tractor Supply brings both hustle and heart. That's what really sets them apart. So lace up your sneakers and make winning plays by heading to your local Tractor Supply store today.
He's been covering the National Football League for close to 50 years. A longtime NFL writer, broadcaster, and Hall of Fame voter, Howard Balzer. Now on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on Fox Sports 910.
All right, Rondale Moore gets traded to the Falcons. Part of that deal to get in to get Ryder here, the quarterback Desmond Ryder. Hollywood Brown left for free agent. Ritter, excuse me. Hollywood Brown leaves for free agency. So that leaves second-year pro Michael Wilson, newly acquired Chris Moore, and now Greg Dortch signs, and he is the number 1 on the depth chart. Howard Balzer joins us now to discuss this.
Are you excited, Howard?
Yeah, I mean, it's just get you up in the morning.
I'm not going to go so far to say that Greg Dortch is number 1 on the depth chart because he is what he is, a good player, a good slot guy, and that's essentially what he is. The signing is just making it official because he had nowhere else to go when the Cardinals, tendered him as an exclusive rights free agent, so he couldn't negotiate with other teams. It is pretty wild, though, in one respect, that it took the Cardinals half a season to realize the pluses that Greg Dortch could provide in the offense. I mean, we all saw it the year before. All the guy did when he went on the field was make plays. And then he was hardly used. I'm sure they kept trying to, do something with Rondale Moore and get him involved and do this and do that, but it just didn't happen. And then Greg Dortch starts making plays. And now, like you said, he's there with Michael Wilson. There's obviously going to be receivers that come in the draft. And that's what's going to make 3 weeks from today, when it all begins, so intriguing to see exactly what the Cardinals wind up with after the draft is over.
So you look at, then Rock alluded to Chris Moore as well too. Hopefully the guy can stay healthy from that standpoint. What is we've watched him for several years. What is the upside for this guy? He's a 4th-round pick. He's coming in. He's solid. He's not a home run hitter like he used to be many years ago. But what's going to be the upside with Chris Moore in the fold, so to speak?
I just think he's a depth piece. I mean, he's one of only 2 position players on the roster, by the way, that's 30 years old or more.
Wow.
And then you have him and Kelvin Beacham, and then of course you have Matt Prater and Aaron Brewer from the kicking game. But Moore is what he is. He's not going to suddenly become a go-to guy, but he does provide depth. He does provide a little bit of speed here and there, and so he'll be competition in training camp. But I certainly don't think that his arrival says, oh well, boy, we don't need receivers in the draft. I mean, I think we would all be shocked and stunned if there aren't at least 1 and maybe 2 receivers come in the first few rounds of the draft, and hopefully there's one in that first that everybody is kind of wondering how this whole first round is going to materialize and unfold with the 3 top guys that could very well go in the top 10 of the draft.
And don't you feel Howard would trade the emergence of Trey McBride last year? If they don't, and they will improve with the receiving core, and they get Marvin Harrison Jr. I think that'll be key amongst others. But to take some of that double coverage away from McBride, because he was the go-to guy for Kyler Murray those last 6 or 7 games.
No, he definitely was. He definitely was. And obviously they're hoping Hollywood Brown would be that. And then he injures his foot, and he tried to grind through it. But, of course, really couldn't get it done. But, yeah, McBride is a huge plus going into what you hope that this offense, will become. And, this is – I can't emphasize more, guys, how strong this draft is in wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
There's some of the people out there saying there could be 12 receivers picked in the first 50 players of the draft. Well, whether it's 50 or 55 or 60, certainly there very, very easily could be all that many go in the first 2 rounds. And so what do the Cardinals end up with? Do they get one of those top 3 guys, which I'm sure everybody's hoping for? Do they get a couple guys maybe from that next tier of receivers? Because, just because you don't get the best, I think it's important to get one of the best. And I persistently point out, I don't know if I've done it here, in the 2020 draft, only 4 years ago, when Justin Jefferson was the 5th receiver taken in the draft. In front of him was Henry Ruggs, Jerry Jeudy, C.D. Lamb, of course, it turned out to be a great one, and then Jalen Reagor. And then after Jefferson, at the end of the first round, was Brandon Ayuk, and then the early part of the second round was T. Higgins and Michael Pittman Jr. So those are obviously some very productive receivers, and Higgins and Pittman are both franchised currently by their teams. And so you can get 1 or 2 of guys at that level and add to your team, then you're going to be a better football team.
All right, let me follow up then with what you just stated. And the number 4 selection right now, everybody has penciled in Marvin Harrison Jr. If they get an offer to trade down, an offer saying that they just can't refuse, do you see them doing that? And if they do that, then do they try to acquire a couple of those other wide receivers who you just stated it is a terrific deep draft as far as wideouts?
No doubt. I think that's certainly possible. And there are some out there, and I've been told that it's not outlandish. It's not just people talking, that there's teams that consider either Malik Neighbors or Rome Odunze to be on a par with, and maybe even have a higher upside than Marvin Harrison Jr. So you can't go wrong with one of those 3. So if they would trade down, the risk is if you trade down too far, you probably won't get one of those top 3. The question then becomes, do you try to trade back up to get one of those 3, as they traded back up last year after going down and ended up with Paris Johnson Jr. If they don't wind up with one of those 3
2 minutes
and they have traded down, then they're going to have extra picks to do things with. There's going to be at least 1 more first-round pick and maybe 2. So that could be at the end of the first round, you get a real good receiver, and who knows in the second what they end up to. So there's a lot of possibilities that come out of this. I think a lot of people are bending themselves sideways trying to figure out what's going to happen, but nobody knows.
No.
I mean, everybody's just guessing. All these mock drafts that create all these crazy trades. I mean, that's just clickbait to get to, let me read this story. Let's see what this person says about a trade. I mean, it's just an exercise in futility. just have to wait for it to unfold. But I truly believe, guys, by the end of the night, on that first night of the draft, 3 weeks from today, by the way, at the end of that first round, I strongly believe the Cardinals will have at least certainly one wide receiver that will have been added to the roster.
Did Marvin Harrison work out with the Cardinals today or tomorrow? I know they were talking about it was going to happen this week.
I think I don't know what the exact date
1 minute,
but I think it's more of a visit. I don't believe he's going to work out. You know, most of these visits that players make do not include tryouts and workouts. Some of them do include a physical, if that is necessary. But mostly it's just a visit, take him around the building and just interact with him, see how he interacts with people and all those things. So I know that I'm pretty sure Odunze or Neighbors has been in there already, and so it's just kind of what all these teams do. But he's not working out, and the one thing you wonder about that is he doesn't think he can improve himself, that he can only hurt himself with that. If he would have worked out at the combine or worked out at his pro day, if he hadn't run a 40 that was as fast as Neighbors or Odunze, I mean, who knows? That might end up hurting him in some of the evaluations. And so that's why he hasn't done it. Obviously, the guy can play and be productive, and he's going to be a good pro. But I think those other two guys are going to be also. And so I don't think you can go wrong with either of those three.
So he basically comes in, gets to see all these great amenities that the Cardinals have, right? Where if he has kids, where the babysitter is, where that room that is, where you have to buy food. You get to see all that, right?
Oh, absolutely. They can see the renovations that are supposedly going on in the locker room. But yeah, I mean, Michael Bidwell, they say they're going to be improving on all those things. Time will tell. They've already done some things, but yeah, I don't know that they take them too many places there when these players come in and they're all bright-eyed and all that. And it's more of a getting to know you type of thing that goes a little bit beyond, obviously, of the 20-minute interviews they had at the combine.
Howard, thank you as always, buddy. Appreciate your time. That's Howard Balzer, HBalzer721. Follow him. He's part of the Cards Wire now on USA Today. He's one of the best. Been doing it for many years. We appreciate him joining us every Thursday here on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. He's brought to you by our Twin Peaks Fan Pick'em. The 4-team bracket contest is up right now. Just go to fanpick'em.com. You can win for a Twin Peaks $100 gift card, a man card. So just head to fanpick'em.com. We'll tell you what's on tap next, as well as the results of our State 48 Roofing It's Your Call question of the day. It's Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B. for Twin Peaks Tempe.
Clear. This is The Odd Couple with Chris Broussard and Rob Parker.
Ice Cube offered Caitlin Clark $5 million to play in the Big Three.
This is with no disrespect to him. She is too big for the Big Three. And not only that, Chris, she's too big for the WNBA.
With Chris Broussard and Rob Parker. Today at 4, tell your smart speaker to play Fox Sports 910.
Valley traffic from the Valley Toyota Dealers Traffic Center.
And eastbound near 7th Street, we have an accident. Also 10 eastbound near 48th Street, an accident being reported. Right lane is blocked by a crash. 17 northbound near 7th Street. And 17 southbound near Indian School Road, we have an accident.
This report is sponsored by your Valley Toyota dealers. Enjoy springtime in a new Toyota car, truck, or SUV. Be sure to check out the all-new 2024 Tacoma. It'll bring out the kid in you. Visit your Valley Toyota dealers or valleytoyotadealers.com today.
Make plans to join Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B for their Hoops Finals weekend at the new showroom at Talking Stick Resort. Win cash with free props and squares contests during all 3 games. Plus a big screen smart TV will be given away during each game. 3 big ones. That's cash and prizes just for watching the games in the new showroom and sportsbook in Talking Stick Resort. And best of all, it's free. It's the Hoops Finals weekend at Talking Stick Resort. Details at rockandmanuch.com.
Postseason college hoops are here. Watch all the games at Twin Peaks. Enjoy incredible Bad Birdie Juicy Golden Ale Draft Specials from Four Peaks Brewing during all the games. Plus, sign up for a free Win 910 on 910 bracket contest at fanpick'em.com. Win Twin Peaks fan cards at all rounds. Twin Peaks, your basketball headquarters.
Beat the heat this summer and get covered by Arizona's #1 rated shade experts. Visit thehouseofcanvas.com. House of Canvas, family owned and making shady deals in the Valley for over 40 years. That's thehouseofcanvas.com.
Fogco, the Valley's original manufacturer of high-pressure fog systems, has been cooling their customers for over 35 years. Fogco provides their customers with results that exceed their expectations, with reliable misting and fogging solutions that you can count on all summer long. Head to fogco.com.
When it comes to men getting a vasectomy, you want to ensure you go to the experts. So call Purely Vasectomies. Purely Vasectomies. They're easy, comfortable, and convenient. They have single appointment options with a same-day consultation and vasectomy. Plus, there are 3 Valley locations. Their experienced specialists take the time to answer all your questions. They offer sedation to keep you comfortable, and most men can return to work next day. Call Purely Vasectomies at 844-NO-SPERM.
Looking for a change in your career? All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join their team. Current openings now available in customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. Apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call 480-833-7278.
Get ready for double the fun on the 101. Introducing the Salt River Rewards Program at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort, the Valley's newest and best. With multiple tiers and endless benefits, we've got something for everyone. Don't miss out on the excitement. Salt River Rewards, the Valley's premier player rewards program, now at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort. 2 properties, 1 amazing club, offering limitless fun on the 101. Discover the best in the Valley at saltriverrewards.com.
Doug Gottlieb here. March is here. That means Chick Days, planting your garden, and college basketball. Just like in basketball, every team needs its MVP. When it comes to team members who go above and beyond, Tractor Supply has the winning lineup. Our home team at Tractor Supply is excited to support your hometown. We're proud to be part of the excitement of college basketball tournament season, and our home team looks forward to serving your hometown. Because every day is game day at Tractor Supply.
Switching your wireless service to Total by Verizon easy?
Totalmente.
And you get unlimited 5G data, $25 a line for 4 lines on the unlimited plan, at an amazing price with no contract. Should you switch to Total by Verizon? Definitely.
Totalmente.
Find a store or switch suavemente at totalbyverizon.com. Monthly rate when you activate without a pay plus taxes and fees. Discount begins the month after you enroll. Additional terms apply. See website for data management practices.
It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Tempe, located in the Tempe Marketplace. Wake up with the Drive. Jody Ayler tomorrow morning, 6 to 10 on Fox Sports 910 and on our free iHeartRadio app.
Hey, what's on tap tonight on the Tube? The NIT is coming up here in just a few minutes. Seton Hall will take on Indiana State, 4 o'clock tip on ESPN, followed by the College Slam Dunk and 3-Point Championships. That's also on ESPN Channel 6. Nothing local as D-backs travel to Atlanta. Suns will be back at it tomorrow. And What's on Tap is brought to you by the Roc and Manuch Lager and Amber, located at Arena Sports Grill, BKD's Backyard Grill in Chandler, the Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona, and Upper Crust in Phoenix. Or State 48 Roofing, it's your call question of the day results. Manuch?
What would you prefer to see in the championship game on Monday night? You go to @Roc and Manuch on Twitter. Would you prefer to see NC State and Alabama, NC State UConn, Purdue, Alabama, or Purdue, UConn? Well, 45.5% would love to see Purdue, UConn, followed by 35, almost 36.5% NC State, UConn, and NC State, Bama at 18.2%. 0% want to see Purdue and Bama. So I would say NC State, UConn, a close second to Purdue and UConn.
It's going to cost basketball fans more to go to a women's Final Four than the men's this year.
It is.
Just about $1,000 for women, just under $700 for State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Wow.
How does that sit with you, Rock, who is not a real fan of women's basketball?
Well, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I don't care.
I was just curious.
I sold my tickets. I made money. I'm good.
I sold my tickets.
Well,
I made money.
And you think about what's in Cleveland, right? Is where
It is in Cleveland.
The Midwest. You know, it's Iowa. You got 17,000 seat arena versus a 676.
All right. So you think that's the reason? Because
no
seats, supply and demand.
Well, I think that's part of it.
Caitlin Clark, and that's all it is.
Well, Caitlin Clark, but that's the motivation. They want to see Caitlin Clark.
Or Paige Beckers, one of the two.
Exactly. There's limited seating, so if they were in a 25,000,
supply and
oh
demand.
yeah, I do. I think it definitely is. As opposed to going to State Farm and spreading out, you're going to be,
You're
5 stories
freaking-
high.
Yeah, it's April in Phoenix.
I get it
Would
right.
you rather be in Cleveland where it's raining and it's dreary and the lake may catch on fire?
The mistake on the lake.
The hype effect for the women
Cuyahoga
is amazing. So I think a lot of it's supply and demand for sure.
How about UConn men's basketball program? They arrived this morning at 3:14. 3:14 in the morning. They had to change their whole schedule today. They were originally supposed to get out of Bradley International Airport on a charter plane at 6 Eastern, which would have been 3 o'clock our time. But they had a bunch of issues, and the NCAA is responsible for all the travel accommodations during the tournament. The flight finally took off at 1:30 a.m. Eastern, 2 hours after the team began boarding the plane. The charter plane was originally scheduled to come in from Kansas City, was delayed because the crew worked too long, so they had to take a break there. So they had to wait. Then a smaller plane was sent from Cincinnati, and then they needed to get some fuel and fill that thing up, and finally got on their way. And just imagine the airline. It was Allegiant.
Of course it was.
It was either that or Spirit, right? I mean, the same thing would have happened. Wow. I mean, that's just...
And you think that Allegiant, typically lands out at the Mesa Gateway Airport.
Yeah,
correct?
that's their hub.
Yeah. So did they land there and then they bust them all?
They got
the
no
way
internet on those planes.
Well, is that right?
That's what I heard.
Oh, man.
No internet on Allegiant.
I
You
never-
take Allegiant to Montana?
Yeah.
No internet, right?
No internet option.
It's a joke.
I never fly them.
No, I wish I would love to fly them, but they need to get with it.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
They flew to Mesa Gateway. It's another hour drive.
Yes.
To the hill downtown.
But they're staying. I mean, they're flying into Sky Harbor
Okay.
in that Qatar Aviation where it's private.
The commercial side. Okay,
I was going to
can
mention
see that.
too. Allegiant has some of the worst leg room, so I couldn't imagine those 7
Oh.
footers, 6'7"
Oh,
guys
man.
stretching out their legs on that.
So
plane.
Alabama arrived Tuesday night. They practiced at Grand Canyon yesterday afternoon. So they were already in bed a long time before the Huskies even got here.
Did you see Nate Oates' quote when he was at the media today? The Alabama head coach, he said, I had nothing to do with the problems of UConn. I got enough problems. My team just playing them. I had nothing to do with
Well,
it.
you saw the initial that a mechanical issue that was
Right.
resolved.
Yep.
It was resolved on board prior to. Now we don't know what the mechanical issue was, but can you imagine those guys getting delayed another
Well,
2
the
or 3 hours?
seatbelts didn't work.
Was that what the mechanical issue? I mean, who knows?
Allegiant, man. It's just such a cheap airline. I get it. If you need to get to point A to point B and you don't care about anything, but I'm sorry, if it's over 2 hours or an hour and a half, you got to have some kind of internet.
I think
I
that was
would
their
just
last
think.
option because I think they had a different airline, and Allegiant was the only flight close that had a crew. The crew they had set.
So they- okay. All right, that
I
makes
don't
sense.
think it was a Allegiant flight scheduled, unless the NCAA scheduled it, which they do schedule all the flights and stuff like that. If so, that's harsh on the NCAA to schedule.
That's.
an
I mean,
Allegiant flight.
like they want you kind of loose.
Yeah.
And
Let's
another-
put them on a 4.5, 5 hour flight. No internet with these kids that are on their phones all the
Oh,
time
my
or their
God.
tablets or whatever.
And now people are talking about because DJ Burns posted a photo of his bed, and he's got this big old king size bed. Then you got a guy like Donovan Clingan who's 7 foot. He's got a twin size bed.
They're out to get UConn.
They are.
The conspiracy theories abound.
The game outside the game.
Yeah, it all starts with not getting him here on time.
1 minute.
Hey guys, tomorrow I'll be at Right Toyota. We'll be joined by Rick Hoare, the sports professor. He's in at the Masters early, so he'll be there. Stanford AD Bernard Muir, one of Rock's classmates. Sports handicapper Scott Spreitzer, and former NAU head coach Mike Adris will join us for the entire.
And I'm
3
hoping
o'clock hour.
also Greg Burns, the Alabama AD who used to be at Arizona, went to Arizona State as an undergrad, just got named today on the board of the Fiesta Bowl along
good.
with Gene Smith.
Oh, great.
So we'll hopefully have Gene Smith on next week, the former getting ready to retire at Ohio State AD,
yeah.
former ASU AD. So we're going to talk about the business side of sports with a lot of people tomorrow, especially Stanford and what's going on with the Pac-12. So we'll have some fun tomorrow. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Get in the fan pick 'em for the four team bracket contest, and we appreciate Bad Birdie